What's going on, everybody? So we had an extensive conversation about the Grammys today. We want to put this at the top of the pod to make sure you know that we know what we're talking about.
The need to know.
Yeah. So, Alex, can you please explain to everybody, before we get into that conversation, what exactly we're here to preface?
Yeah, so today we're discussing the Grammys, of course. You guys probably watched it, you probably didn't. Anyway, we're having a conversation today on the podcast, which you will get to, about how the rap album of the year wasn't presented on air or televised. So we just wanted to be very clear. We are aware that there were other awards presented in the genre on air and was televised. You know, I just thought that for the rap album of the year, I just thought it would be such a big award within it, within the genre that they would announce it. But just to be clear, we wanted to let you guys know before you got into the convo that other people from the genre were awarded and it was televised and people saw it. You know, just wanted to be clear.
Yeah, absolutely. So we hope you guys enjoy this episode. It's a lot going on. Please make sure you comment, like, subscribe here on the Need to Know podcast. It's what you need to know, when you need to know, when you need to know. Please check this out.
Alex.
You can see.
Savon.
Reggie.
Devon. You can see Alex somewhat confused every time you do it.
The pressure.
It's mad pressure.
Mad
He
pressure
go,
on you.
Alex.
I'd be looking around the room.
I know. Like,
Are
damn.
they judging?
Yeah.
Who would have thought that would get Alex nervous?
Right?
Like, nothing in the world makes him nervous.
But
whenever Pierre says, yo, guys, like, let's do a mic check. Yo, I need to, like, sync the audio. Say your name.
Right.
Just say your name. Say your name.
Nah, but which one?
See, now he's nervous.
Like, I'm
He's
nervous
twiddling
I'm not
his
gonna lie,
thumbs.
I put a song in A major the other day. Like it was in A major, and I
Hello.
stopped and I said,
Alex.
That's
Put
Brandon.
Alex in my session.
That's
my
Brandon.
God.
Come on, I'm here.
I put the auto tune in A major. I said,
So you gonna give me a production credit on that, right?
That's so fire.
look, you
A little
better stop.
production credit, right?
You better cut the shit.
Nah,
I ain't
nah,
mad.
but you consciously thought about me when you was producing something, right?
You can try
I'm gonna
that.
get your lawyers on the line.
Yeah, you can try that. Are we
You got a
recording?
new album out, right?
Are you
Yes.
recording? Oh, y'all trying to get me?
You got a new album out, right?
We're
Boys
always
on Crime?
recording.
Nah, we're
now you-
always recording.
Put the
Now you-
fucking mic on.
Huh?
Before we even start this podcast, I want to say congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
Your album
Thank you
is
very
doing
much.
amazing.
Thank you very much.
A million streams and counting.
And
Clap it up. Let's clap it up for that,
I really
man.
appreciate that. Real
Yeah,
talk.
man.
It's dope, bro. I feel like the week, and yo, y'all really y'all have mad support, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like,
Why do you sound surprised?
no, because I be hating the YouTube niggas a lot. Like, I really don't fuck with y'all at all.
Okay.
Like, I need y'all
Oh,
to know. I
definitely
really
love you.
YouTubing. He be
Okay.
YouTubing.
The
We love
YouTube
you.
really loved y'all. Like, they was on y'all side about all the shenanigans last week.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, we got
you
in
mean
your
the
ass.
need to know YouTube?
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
Oh.
even my mom got in. She really is a fucking fan. It's really weird.
out to
She
your
watches
mom.
every episode.
Wow,
It's
shout out to
really
mom,
weird.
yeah.
She
It's
went
like
to
a
the back.
show. Like, we're like a show.
Yeah.
Like, people tune in every week
Yeah.
and like are invested in what we go through. And like now this week they're probably like looking for an update on that as well.
Yeah. It was
Nah,
good.
It's dope. It's
It was
dope.
good.
I feel like we took that week off, and then I came in and hit y'all with a back-to-back.
True.
And while doing that back-to-back,
Right.
I got to see, like, we skipped over your music and your album release. Like, I know
Okay.
we celebrated it as, like,
Right.
a friend group.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
think it's
yeah.
important to, like, tell the people how dope your album was and how you
Yeah,
received it and what that does for you as an artist.
Right.
Yes.
Now, I was telling you before we got on air that I really appreciate you guys like really support me and giving me that confidence because I didn't have that going into the album. Probably any album I've ever done. Like I'm always like super like
Yeah.
But this is the first time post album. This is the best I've ever felt. Where I
Right.
feel like holy shit, this one feels like it has a shelf life. The opportunities that's been coming after it is like, oh wow, there it goes. This is how it's supposed to feel.
Yeah.
So now in my head, now that I know like, oh, this is what how things should be received, I can really have a better gauge of things in music and stuff like that. So I'm super re-inspired.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about just keeping this going and I'm just thankful for all of you guys, even the listeners that really supported and listened. Because I've seen a lot of I need to know listeners like, yo, I finally checked them out. Wow, like and stuff like that. So I appreciate everybody for that.
You know when you can just my fault, Reggie. You was about
Well,
to say?
sorry. Just like on that, what was, I don't know if it's easy to pinpoint, but what was different about this time? Was it the reception? Was it that you really, truly let it all out? Like, what was it? Like, what
It was y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you. And when I say y'all, I mean,
Yo, bro, you ain't got to gas me.
I'm not
bro.
gassing you.
For
I'm
real.
dead ass, bro.
Oh, I thought he was gassing
Like,
us.
I thought he was
Yo,
gassing us too.
let me
I'm
ask you a
taking
question.
my flowers.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you a question. You ever hear me
Shit.
say, "Yo, I'm gonna be hanging out"? Who are my friends, bro?
Us.
Like really, like really think about
That
this.
little nigga right
How
there,
terrible
leaving.
is that?
Just leaving.
right?
Just leaving. Shout out to
That's
Phone
bad.
Right.
I
Gang.
hang out with the people I do business with. I hang out with the people that
You have said this before.
that
yeah.
I don't really hang out with people unless I'm not saying unless
you have to, not say it.
not
Well,
that,
you
no,
don't
not
say
have
it.
to.
No, you
But I
say
like
you don't click up often.
I don't
like,
click
you don't.
up.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
I really
I'm
don't
the
click
same
up
way,
because it's just
yeah.
like, yo, I like when we're all moving and doing something. Like, I like to be in
And we
those type
come
of circles
together.
and we come together and wow. So for me, it's just like being around people that's like, yo, I wasn't even trying to put stuff on y'all, but y'all was putting stuff on me about
No,
it.
yeah,
That
and
was a lot.
We respect how Dev is the most humble person. Like, he doesn't ever like talk his shit. Like, yeah, but like, so he's very humble, and we respect that. But us, we can't just sit here and just be quiet about it. Like,
even do
that. I appreciate
we all
that.
went to a party like 3 weeks ago, and I waited for Dev to pull up. I was like, okay, guys, go. And then we like put on his song and we sang to him the
That was
whole
wild to
place.
me.
And he was mad, uncomfortable. But I'm
So
sorry, we just have to celebrate.
It's
Nah, I
important.
appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And tell you, man, I really appreciate that too, because it was freaking his birthday.
Yes.
And I was in there like,
We
But
made it to
no,
your
it was
birthday.
my
but
boyfriend's
when I
birthday.
when I
and we
turned
were
around
in-
and see him, like,
But
I was like,
her man was singing
I
every
know.
lyric word for word.
I
when
know.
he
No,
walked
no,
in.
it was his birthday, but we were up in there toasting to Boys Don't Cry.
yo, I was so, I felt terrible. I was
No,
like,
he
bro,
was the
no.
one doing
But
like no.
he
no,
was
no.
cool, but I know he's a good. I know he's a good person. I know he detects nuance, and he's like, no, we just all celebrating each other and stuff. So I
Yeah.
appreciate that. But I made sure I was like, happy birthday. I said it's your birthday. Happy
Yeah,
birthday
yeah,
to you.
yeah.
And we bought a shitload of shots that night.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so I'm
man.
glad
Yeah.
you feel great about
Feel
your
great,
body of
man.
work.
Feels
Love
so
this for
good.
you.
So I appreciate everybody. Appreciate LJ for standing with me day in and day out with the project and
Real
stuff,
one.
and really being that person to keep me afloat mentally.
Absolutely.
I know that sounds weird because he's so much younger, but
I was about to say, funny how it doesn't have an age on
it
that,
doesn't
right?
have it. It doesn't have an age on it for
Funny,
people
yeah.
to inspire you and
Sure.
make you just. I feel like everybody, whenever in whatever endeavor you do, you always need at least one person on your shoulder
Right.
that's day in day out with you. That's like fire. Keep it going. What you doing? Let's keep this up. Like that's
I agree.
important, bro. Because
agree.
Yo,
like,
that's
it.
this. Yo, Pierre, that's
Yeah, that's
yo,
Pierre.
Yo,
Pierre's
Pierre,
definitely
you
that.
be doing that for me, bro.
Yeah.
You be like, yo,
Pierre's definitely that.
yo, get your
What we
fat ass to
doing?
the gym. Nigga, like, yo,
Get your fat ass to the
I
gym,
got
bro.
the Haitian genetics, bro. I'm not built like you. You built
just
a little
wake up
stronger than
swole.
me, I got American genetics, my nigga. Like I gotta work 5 times as hard
I got
just to get in
American
shape.
genetics.
Like I don't really
Come
like
on,
that.
yeah.
I
shit.
hate that. Yeah,
But you
because
do need that.
like
You do
we'll
need
eat like
that.
a feast. My boyfriend's Haitian. Like we'll eat like a feast, and he'll wake up the next morning with like abs.
Yeah.
I hate
Like,
it.
I don't
Like
understand how y'all
I
do
hate
it,
it.
man.
Oh
Shout
my
out
God.
to y'all.
Shout out
you
to
hit
you,
him.
man.
You hit him yesterday, and so you call Savon randomly.
Yeah, he calls me random.
look at the mirror.
Yeah, you worked out?
Nah. On the weekend, yeah. He
Oh,
called
you
me on
guys
the
are gym
weekend. He
buddies?
called me on a Monday, like all that. Like, yo,
That's
make
good.
sure you good. He holds
Yeah.
me accountable. So
That's
shout out
good.
to Levens.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you're not going to let him get some love handles, Pete. That's
Nah.
good.
Yo,
That's
remember
good.
when we were talking
What
about
happened?
fucking dying naked?
Yo, look.
Like how
we
that's our
can-
big fear?
We can get into that later.
I think that was a Patreon.
Wait, Alex, I'm sorry. I cut
you
you.
good.
We were talking about Devin. I cut you off.
No, you're good. You're
Did
good.
you have something
Actually,
to ask?
I want to come right back to this. I just kind of wanted to shout out some people that we got to shout
Let's
out.
do it.
Okay.
Let's
to
shout
kick
them out.
off the show.
Show 'em
Absolutely,
some
I
love.
want to forget. You know, Savon, if you didn't know, he's what we call, our bet savant
Oh,
of the
shit.
podcast.
Okay,
yeah,
we're
I've
about
been
to
seeing
do
it.
You know,
this.
if you are familiar with sports betting,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, the boy that made a few licks.
Facts.
Also because we are good people and we know good people.
Right.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. I got this partner, man. Shout out to Geechee. Shout out to my boy Geechee. Shout out to Ahmad. Ahmad set this up.
Okay.
Geechee is my dog out of the DMV area, and he has a sports betting group. And I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, man. Boy been winning.
Yeah.
Like
He's been winning. He's up, and a lot of people who don't know about sports betting,
Yeah.
they see the winnings in sports betting, and they're like, "Oh my God, where do
Yeah.
I go?
It's
Who
kinda
do
like
I
a
talk
FOMO,
to?"
right?
Yeah.
It's a FOMO thing, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not just a FOMO because it's a fear of missing out.
Yeah.
You really see people making money.
No, I do.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. So
Yeah,
somebody like a
absolutely.
Geechee, shout out to Geechee.
Shout out to Geech, man.
He's
Yeah.
really guiding people on how to get to the bread with his knowledge,
Okay.
with his
Absolutely.
research, and he has a
Oh, wow.
tool
Oh, like
that
wait, teaching people about it.
he's
Like,
doing it all.
he has a sports group.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
And they share tips and say, oh, well, what you call it only scores this against this team. So it's like
Absolutely.
that.
So I'm
Cool.
gonna put it like this, right?
Uh-huh.
Geechee has probably done over 160 units. If you're wondering what a unit is, I know that's like crazy talk. Just wagers. How many bet slips he's done? And this is what he told me through text. You ready for this? He said if I would have gave him $100, I probably would have had somewhere around $16,000. So listen, if you are somebody that is interested in trying to get into the sports world, you're looking for a sports group that you could trust, where it's just like, yo, am I just gonna spend money and not gonna win nothing?
Right.
Definitely follow my boy
That was
Geechee. All
me.
right, let me give you his social. It's gonna be Geechee, Geechi 48. That is on Instagram. That is on Twitter. Also, he has an MLB package. He has an NBA package. Come on, y'all won't go ahead and finish out the
shit.
rest
The
of the
playoffs is coming
Come
for
on.
anybody who's into sports betting like myself. We are all waiting for the playoffs. The coaches, they're not resting their stars in the playoffs.
That's right.
Everybody is going as hard as they possibly can. For
That's right.
all those over and unders for Giannis, for Jokic, for LeBron. Wait, LeBron ain't making it. But for all the good
Yeah.
niggas that's in the
Wow.
playoffs, you feel me?
That's so
y'all
true.
really want to go follow Geechee
Absolutely.
at Geechee4848
And
on
he-
Instagram.
Exactly. Thank you, Savon. And he has an MLB and NBA package for $400 one time, or you could just rock $60 a month with him. All right.
Wow.
Yeah, listen,
it's
it's
dope.
He made a
important.
business.
He made it, and it's a lot of them doing this, but a lot of them are not good at it.
Of course.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
I would assume if he's
Yeah.
building that clientele.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, I never thought about that layer of the business. Yo,
Right.
there's so many
It is.
businesses
So many
in
ends.
a
Yeah.
business that people have, you know.
Shout
You
out to
just gotta
sports
do it.
betting.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yes.
sports betting. Like we talk about it often. Like
You're right.
I was talking to my dad because I've been super blessed, and I want to say thank you, God.
Okay.
I've actually made a few dollars
Right.
off of sports betting since it became legalized in
In
New
New
York
York,
City.
at least,
Right.
yeah.
I've been
few.
good. You
A
know what I'm
few.
saying?
It's Mr. Parlay. It's Mr. Parlay.
He posts them. I don't know why he's not
You
saying,
know,
but
No. Wait. Do you post them like for the world or on your close friends? Because I
I
post
posted
them
them
because
both. A little bit of
Sometimes
both.
you gotta do Twitter. I see it on Twitter.
Yeah, I do a little bit
I
of
look
both.
as soon as you
Yo,
post it, I
and
look too. I be like,
men be tight. Men be tight. I say
Niggas be
more.
hating, I be
They
hating.
be
yeah,
mad.
yeah.
Cause I be getting the bread though.
That's right.
He really does.
What
though.
you want me to
But
do?
I will say this in this conversation: the only
Yeah.
ones I see get posted
Yeah.
are the good ones.
Absolutely.
I know
Oh, there's a
niggas
lot
is
of
I
losers.
losing.
lose. I do
Right.
lose.
Absolutely.
I
But I see-
definitely have lost.
I know people. There's people that you probably up. Like I'm
Oh,
gonna
I'm
assume
super
you super
up.
up.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
I know that there's some motherfuckers that's
I'm very
Yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
You know
like
the
me.
bet-
Can I tell you guys my one story?
Go ahead.
I was forced to bet against my will.
Okay.
So
I was
there
about
was
to bring something.
He needed a free trial.
So pretty much.
He needed a free trial.
No. Like, I'm
Yo,
dead
shorty,
ass.
make this
So
movie.
my boyfriend is very like this is his vice. He does it like every
Fire.
time. With
Shout
me.
out to you,
That's
man.
dope.
So I mean, he be winning
Us
and stuff,
too.
but then he got a promo for the Caesars app. Caesars?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
$250 off on Uber Eats gift card if you just bet $50, but you
Hey,
have to
look
be
at
a
that
first-time
deal.
user.
Hey.
So he weaseled me in because he knows I love eating.
Yup, Uber Eats.
So he convinced me, and then I was like, "Baby, you know about sports? Bet for me." I didn't win shits, and I have no
Yeah.
gift card because it was like certain conditions that we didn't read. So I'm just down bad.
Oh, that's
But you wanna know the cool thing
so
about-
don't get involved, ladies.
But I kind of want to get the ladies loop because I'm not gonna front. I had one of these. I had a homegirl. She was like, "Yeah, I had this little get money nigga. He told me to download this app
What
or
does
whatever."
that mean?
This was I was saying.
What's a get money
This is
nigga?
what I said.
I
buddy.
love
I
that.
ain't
I
wanna-
love how women.
I ain't want to get
I
into
love
legit.
who
that
Alex
name.
talks to.
Yo,
Yes.
nah, I be
But,
having
like,
great
I
conversations.
love who he talks
He
to.
brings
Like
the
the men
interesting
and the
stories.
women is like, who is this term? Bro, they all live in 1999. Like they all talk in
talk to
terms
this-
of 1999. Like
Get money?
a get money nigga is somebody
said.
that like my dad was the get money nigga in
Yeah.
'98.
And
Right.
then it got to his son. Well, yeah, she was. Yeah, what happened?
Savon
Yeah,
does
laugh
get to
now.
the
That was a
bag.
good
Yeah,
one.
you feel
Get
me?
money
She
nigga.
was like, I was doing this get money nigga, and you know, I don't know nothing about sports. And I was
I love
like,
his girl
word.
voice.
I was like, word. I know you don't know nothing about sports, right? But see, this is the cool thing about for women right now, right? If you join a sports group like Geechee's, all you got to do is do the plays.
Yeah, that's it. Follow the
All
plays.
you got to do is input what has been listed for you to do for the day.
Oh,
so
I
that's
might join.
you
that.
see what it kind of takes all the pressure off.
It does. You don't have to know shit. You be like,
He
oh, you
does
think Giannis is
all
gonna do
of the
this? It's like,
research.
oh yeah, I think
But
that.
what if
Exactly.
what if the person that follows the advice loses really bad? Like what happens?
And then again, that's the other thing.
That's a
This
part of
is
it.
also a gamble.
Yeah.
So again, anybody
such-
who's interested in
Yeah.
anything like
I'm not
this,
a gambler.
make
I
sure you're
can't.
conscious that this is a gamble.
Remember
but
that.
we're just trying to make the best possible decisions. Again, that is Geechee, GEECHI 4848. It'll be in the description below. Make sure y'all check him out if you're interested,
send
or if
you.
you just want to follow in tune
Yes.
or get in tune. Also, before we get into the shits, before we get into Devon Terrell, I'm gonna play my favorite song off of your album, by the way, Dev.
Okay, get into it.
Before we get into all of that,
so
a
good
lot
to
of
me.
y'all have joined our Patreon community. We are so very thankful for that. If you are interested in more content, a lot of people don't know we drop 2 episodes a week.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't go out publicly on the feed, but we record
and
2
they be like
episodes.
long as fuck. They be like
every
an
week.
hour. Yeah.
At least an hour.
Really good. The last one we did, that shit was amazing.
Yeah,
Like I
that was
remember
good.
we didn't stop screaming, laughing.
I
last
didn't.
time.
I like. I looked at the clip. The clip was funny, but I was like, whatever. I didn't expect it to do that. It got like 10K views in like a few hours. I didn't
That
expect it.
shit was
Really good.
hilarious.
We
Like,
giving it
we
up over there.
record a lot of content, and we're
Yeah.
still figuring like this whole mechanism out of a podcast. So you may not be privy to everything, but if you don't want to miss anything, please, guys, make sure you go and ladies, guys and ladies, go over to patreon.com/need-to-know-podcast. All of our content is over there. You'll see Devon Terrell in rare form. You'll see Reggie Nacho in rare form. I don't even know how much more rare I could get, but somehow I possibly do get a little crazier over there. And
He
Alex
does do like
is a superstar.
impulsive like blog posts.
Yeah, I just go crazy over there. Like it's like
fuck?
my
You do be
journal.
going
It's my
crazy.
journal over there. But
Crazy is a
please,
good word.
if y'all are interested in extra content from the Need to Know podcast from all four of us, we have vlog post, post. We got a little bit of everything. That is Need to Know podcast on Patreon.com. And I think I'll talk about the Purpose Sea Moss a little bit later.
Okay.
I do have a new flavor.
Okay. I have to re-up from you too, by the way.
yeah,
I haven't re-up
facts.
in a while because I remember you said you was out of stock for a while, but I have to re-up from
I'm back.
you.
I'm back.
You
No,
back
we
now.
back, baby.
All right.
I got apple
back now.
cinnamon.
Of
Apple
course
cinnamon?
he does apple after I vented about how I
apple
can't have
cinnamon.
apples.
Apple cinnamon.
Oh, I'm not gonna say it.
Gummies.
Yes, I was gonna say. Is it the gummy
But we
thing?
gonna talk about it
You
later
might be
because I
on
don't
to
want to give
something.
too much promo.
You gotta
at
give
the
me
top.
those.
Nah, but
Okay.
you
But
might be
again,
on to something.
y'all can check everything we talk about in the podcast is always in our description. So please make sure you check that out. Devon Terrell, I'm gonna kick it off to you, and then we're gonna get into the shits. HMD Studios.
Got you. Come to HMD Studios. That's where you're seeing it right here. We recently got a water machine. Now you don't have to pay for water, you
About
bum-ass
freaking
niggas.
time.
It's filled with volcanic water.
It's very, very true because people, was asking, yo, we need water. We need to be nourished. So now you can get
We need
nourished
to be nourished.
at the hmdstudio.com. Come here for all your recording studio, podcasting, and event space needs. Just go to thehmdstudio.com and you can be sitting right here on this lovely set.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. I love it. You know what really grinds my gears?
Oh my God, here we go.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
What, Mr. Slater?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
What's up, bro?
Yo, niggas is still really like coming for Will Smith.
Yeah.
Including you.
Oh, man. Coming off the conversation we had last week, right?
We had a really
Right.
intense conversation, and
Mm-hmm.
thank everybody for tuning in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think there's certain things now,
Uh-huh.
Reggie, like you said, to wait. Yo, my mom pressed me
Yeah.
because y'all pressed me.
Yeah.
No, you're lying.
I mean,
My
yeah.
mom sent the video.
But why y'all did that to me though? Oh,
why you did that to us?
You
In the
know what
chat.
you
I put it in the
did?
chat.
I ain't did nothing.
My mother said, tell
Here we
Savon,
go,
communication.
still.
Communication.
Yo, they say you
Yeah.
a they
Yeah,
say
Dev's
you
mom was like, he needs to communicate.
they say you a gaslighter, bro.
Yo, you know what hurt
Nah,
me
that's
more
why
than
you
that?
can't
What
teach
hurt you?
that's
They
why-
said I was an off-brand Joe Budden.
Oh, that,
I didn't want to
like
bring
that,
it
bro.
up.
Oh, well,
I didn't like that,
so
bro.
there
They
was
say
a
you was a
point
great
where
value Joe Budden.
I even tweeted. I was like,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
funny. I said,
But
but y'all need
stop.
to relax.
Yeah,
Because I was
people
seeing
were
shit.
going
They were
in.
going crazy.
Like, if
yeah.
Dev and I are over it, like, people just
Yo.
please
Yeah.
chill.
Can y'all tell them to stop?
Stop.
Cause y'all
I
be
tweeted
bullying
it.
me,
Yeah,
bro.
I
no,
was
Dev
hoping
did
you'd
tweet it.
retweet it to show like, yo,
Yeah.
all right, Dev said, yo, chill the
Come
fuck
on,
out. I
y'all.
said, I know, this is my friend.
Yeah.
I can do that. You
know
relax.
what I think about it? So, for example, Levens. He's
Right.
a reoccurring character on Need to Know. We love him, but we
Yes.
tease him
AKA
sometimes
Flo.
like, as
Yeah,
jokes.
yeah.
So it's cool, like tease, whatever.
Right.
But as soon as like a stranger would make, if they dare make fun of Levens, we'll all be like, no.
the fuck you
Yeah.
doing?
Shut
Like,
up.
no, no,
You
no,
can't
that's
call
not
me.
bad.
Yo.
That's how I feel about Savon. Like,
Yeah.
don't like, come on,
Nah,
man. Like,
we
let
can
it
make
go.
fun of
Like,
him.
Relax.
Fuck
but
outta
we
here.
appreciate the investment.
Yeah,
People are invested
absolutely.
into, it. But yeah, just chill on it.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
damn, people
Y'all
were
got
like,
a gang, bro.
Bang.
Like, I
Bang.
don't even know if
people were
I got a
like giving
gang no
therapy
more.
sessions, like
But
in the
nah.
comments.
But
No,
look-
it
but
was
listen, though,
it was just them disagreeing with you.
But
That's
listen
all.
though, your girlfriend group ever checked you? Yeah, shit like that.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Your friend girl,
Okay.
come on, you know how it would be your girl's friend group
Yeah,
then heard
yeah.
about how you been acting over there.
Of course.
And then when they see your ass in person or they catch a moment with you, they give it up about how they feel about their friend.
It's interesting.
That happens.
That's all I had. That's all that was.
You know, we had a funny conversation
Yeah.
in here the other day.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
Jay is probably gonna laugh at this. We had a conversation about women and accountability, and then
they
oh,
don't
you was
even
there.
I don't
know
want to
that.
get started.
Oh,
But
you
they
was
don't even
there
know what
too.
that's
I
about.
don't want to
though.
get started.
And we
Women don't know
Can
what
I tell you-
accountability
Reggie, you ready?
is.
Can I tell you how I killed them? Can I tell you how I killed them?
Please.
I said,
Oh,
yo,
you don't wanna
Jay.
get
I said, yo,
started.
no, not Jay, but I said, yo, no question. Y'all moms ever told you sorry?
Yes.
And everybody, well, you might have a different thing going on. I thought about that, and I was like, damn. My mom has really said sorry to me for something.
Yo,
Like,
it took like 15
Wait, you said
years for my mom
haven't,
to say
or-
sorry.
haven't.
Okay.
Took her 15 years to say
Like
sorry for
15
something?
years.
To say
Same.
sorry for something.
I don't
Same.
even think she said sorry. I think, you know how women apologize?
They make you
It's
fool.
acknowledgement.
Oh.
They don't
But that's all I
apologize.
be wanting.
They just be like, yo, damn, I really did fuck that nigga back then. And then now it's like, oh, you
Like,
did.
yeah.
You know what you did.
Yeah, I
You
was trying to tell you was trying to fuck that nigga.
But she never said, yo,
but she
my
wasn't-
bad
no.
for fucking the nigga.
I was
Like,
trying
no.
to tell you was fucking that nigga and I
Damn.
was mad. But all right.
Shout to my mom, but you've never said sorry. Because
Nah,
she watches
same.
now.
But then, do you
Not
think
saying.
that for the people who don't receive apologies from their parents often, do you think that bled over into you? Like, do you have a hard time saying sorry?
No, I don't.
No.
See, so yeah,
No.
so just
No, we talking about mothers.
okay, mothers.
Dad
okay.
has said sorry a million times.
Yeah,
We've
my
heard
dad,
that.
my dad went and did a whole.
My fault. Nah, cause my nigga ain't.
Damn.
He
I'm
ain't
not
say my
fucking
fault.
with you, bro.
What'd you say? My fault. My fault. He
did?
Nah, that's valid though. Nah, all right. My fault. What was you saying? Nah, cause mothers. Nah, word. I'm with y'all
I'm
niggas.
not doing that with
What
you,
happened?
bro.
What happened? Hmm?
Why you talking
What
like
happened?
this nigga like that, bro?
My fault. Me and Devin is together. That's my older brother.
Nah, that's a fact. Y'all link on the
My
whole
I am
fault.
not
situation.
an older brother. We're the same
Accept
age.
it. All right, but we
We're
the same age. But we twins.
Yeah. I got it.
Same age.
Yeah.
I ain't none of you niggas older brother. I ain't your big homie. I ain't your
None of that
fucking
shit.
counselor. I
None
am
of that
with you,
shit.
nigga.
You his OG.
We all together.
But honestly though, Reggie, do you feel like it's hard for
Fucking
women to
asshole.
take accountability though?
I mean, I hate like just saying it for women because
Yeah,
like,
like,
a
in
lot of
general.
people just really accountability like fucks with them.
Yeah.
And I don't understand because like when you think about it, say, okay, let's say I was wrong, and then me saying sorry is accountability, right? Like, sorry, I apologize.
That's accountability to me.
So, but I want people to think about, like, what do you lose from, like, apologizing?
I
though?
don't
like, what
know.
is so
Pride.
difficult? Like,
I don't know.
My dignity.
Really?
But why-
Do you feel
Yo,
like
my
what
whole
is-
manhood.
No.
Really?
Savon,
I be like, damn, I
can't
gotta
tell if he's
say
kidding
the
or if
S
he's
word.
deadass, like,
You know what the S word mean? The sorry.
What
I
is
gotta
that?
say
Like,
that shit
what
to
is
you.
that
I can say
do?
my
Like-
bad. You want me to say
That
sorry?
is your
though?
bag. Your bag is my bad. Because I heard you say, yo, my bad.
Yeah,
Like,
the
my
last
bad,
episode
my
he did
bad.
a whole hour of just
just to you?
My
but,
bad.
but my bad. But still, but the
still, fuck these
scheduling,
niggas.
like
It was just him. He only apologized to you too.
I know.
On that. It was amazing.
No.
It was actually pretty talented. My mother was in the room like, oh my God, he did it again. Come on, say bye. Say sorry to everyone.
But
Yeah,
that's
Ma.
how you know it's
Yeah,
good
Ma.
podcast.
It was good
and
podcast.
entertainment.
It was. It was
fucking
good.
That's how you know we
dialed in.
good.
It was good. It was
Yo,
good.
he'll
in
be
real
like,
life,
I'm
different.
sorry, but the scheduling. I hit them up. Like I'm like, Savon.
My mom was
Mad
dialed
gas and
in.
lighting. Yeah.
See, so how are we gonna talk about women? Just or
Can I
women
ask y'all a
accountable?
question?
If Savon wasn't even
This
accountable,
gonna
last
fuck
time.
y'all
Hello?
up. This gonna fuck
Hello?
y'all up. This gonna fuck y'all up.
Hello?
Something crazy.
Here we go.
It's gonna fuck you up something crazy.
I'm sure.
Oh
What's
my
the
God.
difference between entertainment and gaslighting?
You see, and just
What?
like that, ladies and gentlemen,
I don't even
he
understand the
started the
question.
bullshit. Look, and look,
Nah,
just like
but
that,
they-
he
yo,
has coupled
wait,
entertainment
that's toxic.
Yo, let it
and
breathe.
making people
Hold on,
feel
hold
like
on.
But let it
what they
breathe.
know is not true.
Just
Okay,
let it
wait,
breathe.
hold on. No,
That's
he's
toxic.
gaslighting
Okay.
us again because
Yes.
he's saying that he didn't gaslight us and it was just entertainment, but
Right.
he was gaslighting us.
Exactly. That's toxic. I'm
Our
not even gonna
feelings are
dignify
valid,
that.
Savon.
I'm not
Hold on.
dignifying
Yo,
that.
y'all don't like toxicity?
No.
Some of it. Some of it is
no.
always. Some of it is fun.
And what
Hold on.
capacity?
I'm not like
now,
that. Like, I
now we
can't.
gonna have a real conversation.
In what capacity?
Now we gonna have a real conversation.
I
Y'all
can't
want me
talk
to
about
lead y'all
this.
to the
That's
promised land? I could do it. I could do it to y'all.
What capacity, bro?
We all love a little toxicity.
What does that
And
mean?
I've realized that when I was younger, I love the girls that didn't love me. You know what I'm saying? I love the women that didn't
Is
love
that
me.
toxic or sad?
And then I realized the women I ain't love, they ain't never left.
That's kind of
They
true.
love me too.
That's kind of true.
We all love a little bit of that.
That's true.
because it makes us feel like, yo, I want you a little bit more.
Yeah.
The
No,
fact that
because
I
some people
can't
you like
have
the
you-
chase. Yeah. you like
Forbidden.
the
It's a
chase.
little bit of that
It's
forbidden.
a little bit of that forbidden fruit.
Yeah, it is.
Toxicity, let me not say it has to exist.
Right.
But I think it keeps the relationship alive a little bit. Like, you know, and I'm just, this is a broad conversation. I'm not targeting anybody, but I am going to look to my left. Like, you know,
You see
when
niggas,
you
right?
got
Locked eyes.
when you just got somebody who, you know what I mean, just is amazing, beautiful, and they got a lot of options.
Right.
You want to fight to be like that number one
Yes.
option, right?
Yes.
Lefty,
Yes. Yes.
right? It's
Is
the
it
I
true,
get it.
Alex?
No, I get it.
Huh?
I get it.
Apparently,
Even though I don't want to be with the person, I just want to be number one.
you know,
That's it.
you want to know what it is
That's
though
sick.
too. You know
but
what's
it's
sick
true.
too? I feel like there's a level of comfortability
Uh-huh.
between just knowing that other party is just gonna be there through whatever.
That's a fact.
like for a person that don't want to change. That's some fly shit to be around.
Hey, you ever got the moment where the jig was up and they said, "Listen, you know what? You never take me serious."
I'm over
I was
this.
like, "Oh, you're you're leaving me?
Be like, hold on.
We've
But I
been
thought this was the
not
game.
together for years.
I thought this was the game.
Yeah.
You wasn't having fun.
We didn't have fun.
Yeah.
I was having, when we
Look
was
at Reggie,
doing
look
the
at Reggie,
bullshit and
look
I
at
was on the
Reggie.
bullshit and you was on the bullshit.
Nah,
I
men
thought
ain't
that
shit.
was good
At
shit.
some point, you guys are gonna have to retire this little game.
That's true.
if you want to be happy.
But we gonna
forever.
ride that shit to the wheels
What-
for a
what
while.
No, but there's like
Yeah.
there's the other side of it too, where
Right.
I get the chase, I get you want to be number one, I get you want to play games, and it makes shit more interesting.
It's
But
fucked
the
up.
other side of it is like people who really are just not with that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
we-
that shit is not
we know
fun.
that's a
fact.
Like
But you know
that
what I'm
shit is not
realizing though,
fun
too,
at all.
Rich?
You
There
know.
are some
'Cause-
people.
yeah.
There are some people that really don't know peace. As I'm getting older,
I'm praying for those people.
I'm learning peace. It's funny 'cause
We were like, is that us?
yo, I looked at Devin.
I'm just learning this.
Oh shit, that's me.
No, because you know how you guys. No, you know how you guys were. Wait.
Piece
If
of ass.
No, when you guys were talking about like, yeah, but I just want to be number one. I just want to compete. I just want to be number one. I find that like, is that not exhausting?
You-
It is
and
fucked up.
That was kind of the
Guys, that is
conversation
not-
we
that
was
is
having
not.
about Will Smith last week and the whole Oscar thing too.
I
Will
don't know.
Smith
Just
been
to-
fighting to be number one and he married.
All right.
That's the wildest
Nah,
shit
but you
ever.
want, let me tell you what you don't do. All right, don't have your daughter can't write a letter to Tupac. Word.
When was Willow Smith born? Please.
All right, let me stop.
Phone man.
2000.
When was
Now-
Willow
now
Smith
everybody
born?
quiet. I'm wrong.
She
Because-
got it. She's young. How old is she? 17? She's
Bro,
like your age, right?
She might be.
Oh, she's an adult.
She was
she's
born in
21.
2000.
Imagine
Oh,
that dick was hitting
shit.
so good for. All right, let me chill.
What
she
if
had
was
to tell. All right,
That the daughter
that
writing
she had to
letters.
tell.
Wait, what? I don't know.
Wait,
This.
chill.
Oh, that's
Let me get out of there. That's
Wait,
what
what's
this
she
shit I be
writing the
thinking.
letter?
Huh?
She wrote a letter
Shit,
to
let me
the
read it. Let me find
mom's
it.
ex who been dead before she was born.
see if I can find
But
the
the
letter.
dead nigga was smashing the moms, and the dick was so crazy
Yo,
it hit the
yo,
daughter.
Wait, what was in the letter?
daughter.
I'm gonna read it, Reg. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
Edit.
Is this new?
Oh my God, mark
Yeah,
this.
yo.
Nah, we can talk about Tupac. The nigga gone.
Nah, Pac my man.
Oh my
word.
Nah,
gosh.
he been gone for a long
This is
time.
so problematic.
Pac my
He
man.
been gone
Word.
for a
This
long
is
time.
beyond-
Nah, it's mad problematic, Reg. I'm with you because it's like
He
you're
been
not
gone
even.
for a long time.
You
We
just
can't
say-
say these jokes about new people who passed.
Let me
No,
see. I'm looking for the letter right
Rest
now.
in peace,
Rest in
Tupac.
peace.
Oh
Nah,
my
rest in
God.
peace. God bless the dead. Word to the what?
But the Tupac nigga.
Word. Word. God
Word
bless
to
to
the
the dead. Word.
And then that's the other thing. Tupac, he like immortalized. He's not one of the dead niggas you feel bad for. He one of the dead niggas you be like, yo, that nigga's
Alright.
still alive.
What?
Like,
It's funny you just said that. Hold on.
His presence
here
is so
Here go the
strong.
letter. Dear Tupac, I know you are alive.
You feel me?
See?
You
Wait,
lying.
when was this written?
knew too.
You
Nah,
lying.
it's some bad handwriting. She had to be 4.
That's not.
But you
Okay, that
can't
is-
tell
okay,
your daughter
that's-
at 4 that Pac was. Let me shut up.
I believe it.
All right.
That's fine.
I knew you were alive. Someplace I think that my mommy really misses you. Look, see that? Look,
Look at
mommy
that.
was missing Pac. Look, was missing
think of-
missing the hustle's
you-
ambition.
yo,
Look. He said. Then she said, "Can you please come back?" Look, she forgot her daddy. Look,
she wanted
Look.
a whole nother
Yo.
nigga
what's
so
going on
bad.
here? She said, "Can you please come back so mommy can be happy?"
Is this real?
Yeah,
Is this real?
It's been leaked.
If Alex is saying it is real.
Is this real?
Because Alex don't report no bullshit. That's
I
Screen.
don't.
Yo,
Nah, bro.
listen to me. This is Screen
This
Man.
is Screen Man.
From the Joe Budden podcast, one of the biggest
Get it right.
podcast broadcasts
Hello.
in the world. If he has a
Look what he
fact,
do on you.
if he has a fact, I believe it.
hello.
That means nothing but so much at the same time. But okay, I'm gonna let
Like
that
my
one go.
man, he do the research.
Yo,
my
we
nigga.
gonna put it like this, right?
That's
You know,
it.
you just gotta say shit right. If it is true, that's how you gotta just say shit.
If it
Come
is
on,
true.
now.
Okay.
If it is true, come on now. You can't.
That's crazy.
Y'all
That's a
remember in
wild
That's a
like,
ass-
weird dynamic.
I think it was
Yeah.
Scary Movie 2 when the ghost was fucking Shorty. Like he was fucking on the air. He was fucking on. He was bang,
Oh,
bang,
yeah,
bang,
yeah,
bang,
yeah.
bang,
Classic.
bang.
I
Yo,
thought that's what the Holy Ghost was.
That's
Word.
Pac.
No, I'm not. Okay, I did
That's
not.
Pac.
I did not join in with that.
What?
For
No,
him
what
to
happened?
hit that.
Nah, because,
Stop
my fault. Word, I love God. Don't do that. My
That
fault.
nigga was worshiping.
Oh no, that was worship. My fault.
I love
My
God.
fault.
I
I'm
ain't gonna
wilding.
say, like,
Me
it's
and God close.
crazy,
Don't
bro.
do that, y'all. Don't do that. Y'all snickering gonna make my praise not get answered. Y'all better relax. Over
Nah, I'm with you, bro. It's kind of crazy. Think about.
My fault.
Oh my God, I can't believe we're still kind of talking about this. But I'm gonna
My
preface
fault. I
this
be wilding. I'm
conversation that I'm
sorry.
gonna try to open up with. This is just a tidbit of the whole situation between the Smack, Chris Rock, Will Smith,
Yeah.
Jada. Right?
Sure.
Imagine.
Okay.
I want all of us. I want the listener to, even if you're on the freeway right now driving to work, I want you
Oh
to
my
close
God.
your eyes.
Okay.
And
Oh my God.
I want you to envision.
Please do not close your eyes.
Nah, for real.
Excuse
listen.
me?
No,
Nigga
but,
said, if you want to
Nah,
hide
but-
right
but
now.
I need you to listen.
Imagine they're listening like, okay, and they
Because-
like close their eyes.
Because that's the only way you really gonna envision this. Nah, for real. You gotta really listen.
This podcast is so bad.
Oh,
This is
wait.
problematic.
Phone man working over there. Shout out to L, aka a star producer / researcher.
Hey, yo,
Cuckoo. Will said it in his book, Save On, that you were supposed to be reading.
that is.
Quote, yeah, he said he read the book.
I did.
I see. Read. You can
I was
read.
about to break it down.
That
Quote,
shit.
in the beginning of our relationship, my mind was tortured by the connection.
Oh, yeah, he spoke about this,
He was
yeah.
Pac, and I was me. Nah, see?
And that's what I was
Nah.
gonna
No,
get
yeah,
to.
he's openly
That's
talked about how
exa-
that made him insecure. And this is not like speculation. He's
This
like
is real.
spoke about it in
Yeah.
interviews and stuff like
Thank
that.
you,
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Imagine you. Now close your eyes. And envision you
not on
are
the highway.
the biggest movie star,
Right.
the most visibility,
Especially at that
all
time.
these billion-dollar companies believe in you so much that they pump so many resources,
Right.
money, everything, promo into you.
Mm-hmm.
You were the biggest thing or one of the biggest things in not only the black community, like you transcended. I heard a comedian say, Will Smith hasn't played a black character.
Don't do that. He just played Serena Daddy. Don't do that. Don't do that. He just played Serena Daddy.
He don't play black people.
He just
my
played
nigga.
He just
Serena
played a
Venus
black
Daddy.
father.
He be in space.
He put.
I ain't gonna let him do
Black
that.
can go space,
Hancock was a black
Savon.
He
superhero.
don't be out there, bro.
Hancock was a black superhero.
Anybody with a
Nigga,
brain.
I
Hancock
ain't
was
gonna
a
check.
white nigga in Penn Station.
Savon says a lot of very like whimsical shit. Because in my head, I'm like, I totally understand the nuance of what he's saying, but it's so fucked
That's
up.
a fact.
I understand, but I'm not. I get what he's
Yo,
saying, but it's
all
like,
right,
fuck
can,
off.
Can I ask y'all another question?
Go ahead.
Answer this then. If y'all think the bullshit that I
He's
just
like, oh, yeah?
spewed, right? Oh yeah.
Hear this?
When is the quote unquote, and I want to use this very loosely because I know a lot of people are sensitive.
Sure.
But what is the last black film that Will Smith featured in?
What?
King Richard.
That was a
He
black
was Serena
father.
and Venus Daddy.
Okay, prior to that.
Okay.
Pursuit of fucking happiness?
Pursuit of happiness?
When was that?
All right, shit.
What year was that?
Concussion movie?
Oh, yeah, with the accent.
Concussion was a black doctor,
He played
right?
an African
Yes,
man.
he played an
Okay.
African doctor.
All right, now he's a black man. Obviously, he played a black doctor.
Come on, Savon.
No,
Come
no,
on,
with
baby.
the
A
accent. Like,
film. All right, when the last black film you seen on BET, nigga?
He doesn't do those kind of movies.
He don't be doing black films, and it's my guy. I
Yes,
get
he
it.
do.
I understand. He
Yes, he
said it in
do.
his in his book. He said, "I looked at all of the things that qualified you as a movie star, right?
Hey.
Right.
You know what you need?
Hey.
You need science fiction." You need aliens. You need all
Yeah,
these
he
other
got
things.
that shit.
He got
which
that
is, Which
too.
is Men in Black, which is all these other
Yeah,
movies, right?
big one.
He said you
Okay.
need science
Look
fiction.
up his IMDb. Hold
You
on.
need a love story.
You got me fucked
Right.
up.
And you need to be like a leading man.
Yeah.
Those are
okay.
the three things that he said that will make you a transcendent movie star.
Okay.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
When you think of a
transcendent.
typical black film, quote unquote, there's an actor, what is this guy's name? I see him in my head.
From what series? What movie series?
He was in The Wood with Omar Epps. Yo, this is
Oh,
my guy.
The
He
Wood.
was,
Oh,
I got
which
you.
he
one?
was in the show.
Which
He
one?
was the best man. I can't believe
Tay
I'm
Diggs?
doing this to him. Tay
Tay
fucking
Diggs.
Oh my God.
Diggs.
What about Tay Diggs?
I was about to say Richard T.
Diggs. No, Tay Diggs.
What about Tay
Richard
Diggs?
He's
T.
been
All right,
very
let me stop.
vocal about, I hate the fact that I have the stigma of being a black actor. That is a thing.
What?
Like, can we acknowledge this, or is it just me?
No, hold on, because this
Is
is a
it-
good
am I
conversation.
just bugging?
Does
I'm
Tay
not
Diggs?
bugging.
No. I want to break it down with you. Tay Diggs feels like he only gets casted for black roles. Is that what he's saying? Like, what? I'm confused.
He feel like he gets.
Because you black, my boy.
he
No, okay, so I want to say, like, this also speaks to, like,
No.
what is
You feel
your
what I'm
idea
saying?
of a black role?
What's a white role?
No, that's what I'm saying. So
Oh,
why
but
do you
that's the
okay? But why
thing.
do you associate these like Hancock and like I Am Legend? Like, why do you associate that with like non-black roles?
That's
You know
a good
why?
question.
So that's
Great
your
question.
That's a
like,
good question.
You
That's the
wanna know
way
why?
you should have said it.
Perception of,
That's
like-
the way.
Yo, thank you for being on this couch. You know why?
Why?
Because it's interchangeable. You could change those characters
Okay.
for fucking Brad Pitt, and
Okay.
it'll still be
Okay.
the same movie.
Okay.
Sure.
Where
Okay.
a black role and somebody who gets casted as a black actor or who's somebody who stars in black
Oh, I get it
films.
now. You wanna
Okay.
see him in Medea.
It's like a Tate. I don't
That's what
wanna
you
see
want.
Will-
Yes,
Like,
you
is
do.
that,
don't
like,
want
what-
I get it.
That's what you want.
You want that
don't.
nigga in a bodysuit.
I don't want to see that.
You want him to be in
You
12
know
years
he's
of
a
Like,
nutty
slave.
what
professor
is a-
already.
what-
He did
yeah.
the nutty. No, I'm bugging. That's my son Eddie.
If not like the Medea-esque role, like what would be like a black role to you? Like,
Well, to me, I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
that I'm the judge or the standard for black.
But you
films.
could just judge it.
What
yeah.
I'm saying is there is a trend in there's certain actors who
Sure.
do get typecast.
Yeah.
They get typecast in certain films.
You feel like when they
companies.
start to upstream, because I feel like Michael B. Jordan, he did
I
a
will
lot of black
transcend it,
films,
but
right?
yeah. He's done
Fruitvale Station.
Fruitvale is all black roles.
Right.
But I would also say
Yeah.
he's one of those transcendent talents where you can kind of it's interchangeable with, again, I don't know why I keep saying Brad Pitt, but there's a lot of like prominent white actors who are leading men. Like that's a real thing.
Right.
We talked about it at the Oscars, right?
Okay.
The reason that not only him slapping the shit out of Chris Rock was like a big moment, but it was also the award that he won. He won the best actor award,
Yeah, that's a
which
big
you
award.
said. Out of like 90-something ceremonies, only a handful of black actors have won this award.
That's right.
So it shows how prestigious it is to that
In society.
establishment. You
In
know what I'm
society,
saying,
right.
right?
In society
That's a real
standards.
thing.
Right.
So somebody like a Will Smith, he's had that on his resume where, bro, you don't do black movies. Like, and again, yes, you are a black man, but I think we can all recognize the certain movie where it has that theme of black culture.
Like a classic black film.
Like This Christmas. Is it called This Christmas?
Yeah,
with Idris
This Christmas.
Elba?
With
Chris Brown and
Chris
God.
Brown.
Okay.
That, you know what I'm
This
saying? Like,
Christmas.
it's a great film, and it has a lot of leading men in it, and it has a lot of prominent figures in it.
Okay.
But it also highlights our culture. It shows how we
feel like-
interact during the holidays. We can all resemble to the uncle who gets a little bit of drunk, who has a little bit too many drinks.
Yeah.
And now
Is-
he's, you know, like,
Is that
Will
I
Smith
feel like
hasn't been
I feel like
prominent in that.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not going. I see what you're saying now. I do feel like that's Hollywood's fault because they don't take our storylines as mainstream. You kind of get
That's
what
true.
I'm.
So
get what
it's
I'm
in, like,
But
the-
somebody like a Will
Yeah.
Smith, he could
He
pick,
can
any,
pick
script
any script he
wanted
wants.
Sure.
and say,
Sure.
insert me here.
Sure.
I'm going to do this film.
but
Which is
that's
what he
not-
did with
not
King
on-
Richard,
but back
which
to
was
the
a black father.
right,
Like,
Right.
And back to the transcendent
pick
thing.
Yes.
How do you expect for him to transcend
Yes.
if he doesn't?
Here's my thing. Here's
You're
the
not going to
truth.
make me go against my guy.
Here's the truth. Here's the truth.
aren't you? Isn't that what you're doing?
Money.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
Money.
okay,
Money
okay.
talks. Right.
Sure.
And I want to be the biggest actor. I want the best roles. I
Yep.
want the best opportunities. So I'm going to play the best roles for me.
That's
And
the
I'm
best
going
way
to
to
take the best opportunities. I'm not going to fault him for not
And that's why I blame Hollywood.
doing that because at the end of the day, you can't run from being a black actor. Your face is
yeah.
black,
Facts.
therefore you're playing a black character.
That's why
so
I
for
Tay
me,
Diggs, I'm sorry,
I don't want to.
brother.
I think I've even heard some directors like hating the stigma of black, like, oh, this is a black film, or like, I'm a black director. Like I've heard a lot of them say that. Like I think even like, for instance, Black Panther. What do you consider that? Like that's a black film, right?
Sure.
But it is a major. It is a
Like a
huge
Marvel, yeah.
blockbuster movie. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
One
So
of
I
the
feel
only
like
times we see that.
if we keep
Yeah.
putting ourselves in that little box and not allowing ourselves to mix in that pot and stuff like that, and I'm not saying it's easy to do because this is very difficult for us to have mainstream movies, but I think that there's a little bit of nuance that we have to have at the same time about it. I don't fault him for it. I think him being the father in King Richard was a great black film about
Absolutely.
black people and their struggle.
But see, even that,
I
right?
don't
Even-
fault him either.
Even that
Before
is
you
a-
go, I just want to
yep.
say that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Pursuit
I
of
don't
happiness.
knock-
yeah.
I don't knock Will Smith. Like again, I've been super vocal about my support and just admiration for him and his career.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
I love him, man.
But even with the King Richard thing, see, that's a black storyline.
Yes.
that has been accepted.
Sure.
Like, look at how the Serena, the Williams sisters have been able to transcend their brand.
Sure.
You get what I'm saying? I do really feel a lot of this is put on Hollywood because if they were able to take our storylines, incorporate them on that budget, on that level,
They're the
on that scale
gatekeepers.
that they put Marvel movies, etc. Of course, black people would sign it because you need black people to act in them.
Yeah.
You know about the blackface them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
to your point, though, I do understand where you're like, yo, you could pick whatever. At the same token, like you said, after a certain level, it's like, are you just taking whatever?
Yeah, because I look at Denzel. I try to look at Denzel Washington. I'm like, okay, what's the last quote unquote, like from your standards, black movie he's been a part of? And I say, okay, Training Day. You can't really. Can you switch out his character for a white guy, like in a sense? You know what I'm saying? Where he and I'm like,
So he made that like a black role because he is the black man playing it.
Right.
So like whatever script that Denzel or Will like they accept, they are making it like a black man role.
right?
Like yeah.
they're bringing their essence of being a black man to it. Like Will Smith can't get into a movie and then act like a white guy. Like we're gonna see through that and be like, this isn't real. You understand what I'm saying? He has to act like what's true to what he actually physically looks like, his appearance and stuff like that.
And speaking of scripts, this just ties into perfectly what we wanted to talk about, right? I don't know if you guys have heard or not, but sources have told people that producers have halted and paused production on Fast and Loose and Bad Boys 4. Again, these are the things. These are
Ooh, great
pieces of
transition.
art, right? I know.
And these are films that are starring Will Smith, correct?
films that were supposed to star Will Smith. You kind of get what I'm saying?
My
So,
question to
yeah,
you
go ahead.
is
Yeah.
this: why? Why are you halting production on his entire career?
Because and this is what I was just talking about last week. I love that this is happening. This is literally what I was talking about. I love this.
Just talking
It's like
about
they knew we were gonna fucking.
understand.
You see where I'm getting from that? Because
Yeah.
it's like
it's
we
frustrating.
create these things and a precedent in these communities and these academies, and we tell you, yo, you could win this if you act like this. Excuse me? People, I've been acting for over 30 years. I'm widely respected.
With
People
a clean reputation.
with a clean. People herald me
One of
as
the best
great.
actors in the world.
The best actors in the world. And I was reflecting this week when I heard this information. The older I get, I really start to understand Dame Dash. You see, when I was a little bit younger, he just came off as a guy that was super
Aggressive.
bitter. Me and you used to go back and forth with Dame and Dash early in our podcast.
No, we did.
Right? And
I was a fan.
yeah,
I've always been a fan of Dame
yes.
Dash.
He always rubbed me the wrong way. But again, see,
remember
it's
that.
interesting now. The more you grow and the more things that you start to become a part of, you start to understand exactly where Dame was speaking of. Dame has been preaching, yo, we run this shit. We the culture. We what's lit. It has to be owned by us, backed by us, promoted by us. When we do that, they can't stop us. So Will Smith, I don't know what you plan on doing, bro, but I'll tell you this, man. I don't think you need Netflix or Sony to do whatever it is you're doing. As a matter of fact, I really hope that he tries something. Even if they try to unpause it and come back to him with new opportunity, I just hope that he tries it just so that he can see.
Wait, tries what? Sorry.
Tries to just
Something.
put something out. Like this stuff that he's a part of,
Okay.
I
What I
hope he
would
just
do.
tries to do it on his own.
I know what I would
on
do.
his own.
On his
Yeah.
own, his own accord.
If I was him, I would begin a documentary about how people turn their back on you so fast, just like that. You
30
understand what I'm saying?
years.
I'd be like,
Expose.
yeah, I would do like a really dope docuseries of just me like getting the call from Netflix and
Yeah.
me getting the call from all these people because it really bothers me because
Bothers
I'm
you.
saying to myself, why? Like, what is your reasoning behind
Because
pulling
he has
him?
to be punished. And I get it, right? No I get what y'all were saying. Like, they came for us too. Don't get it fucked up.
If Chris Rock isn't saying
yeah.
pressing charges or doing anything, I have to say, well, I'm going to look at the victim and say, what do you want to do, victim? Like, you
Yeah,
understand what I'm saying?
right.
Absolutely.
So it's like, why are we doing that tribal, like this virtue signaling shit, bro?
It gets
where it's
me
like,
hot, bro.
where it's just like, what are you doing? No, I didn't even. Who asked? It's like, who asked for this? Like, what's happening? Like, that's what I'm asking. I'm just asking y'all, who asked for this? Like, we didn't ask you to pull. Well, me personally, I didn't ask you to. Don't give me no more Will Smith content. Like,
And
who
I
did-
hope-
Y'all know what get me tight?
Who did this?
Let's start right
Yeah.
here. Because the same
My fault. Can I just add this?
Of course. Do
And
your thing.
Just
Do
to
your
add
thing.
this before
Do
you
your
go.
thing. Yep.
I hope this message is coming from Will. Because again, this maybe could be a Will pause.
That's a fact.
And then like, oh, it's the
Yeah,
other, it's
I
the
didn't think about
entities
that.
announcing.
I hope that,
right?
he
I
withdrew
don't
from
know.
the
Yeah.
membership. What was it? The
Oh, yeah,
he stepped
down from the
He
academy.
stepped down.
Yeah,
so
but even
maybe
I
So I
have
don't
that
know.
with a grain of salt
But
because
if
in my head it's
that's
like,
not the case. Whatever Savon's about to say, word.
Yeah.
because you know how they can say, yo, we rather not say that we took you down. I'd
Yes.
rather say, and that's
he
speculation.
He resigned
Yes.
before
Yeah.
they could.
Right.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
was he forced? I don't know.
I don't know. We
but
don't
it's
know.
We
all
don't
getting
know.
weird.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what gets me hot about
what
this kind
gets
of
you
shit,
hot?
bro?
What?
Because again, going back to further episodes, Alex, you can attest to this.
Yes.
I've been on Mel Gibson's ass for the longest time ever.
Come
Yes.
on, sir.
I've been on Mel Gibson's ass for the longest time ever.
Right.
Because there's still people who are out there like him, right? There are still people who have committed certain offenses, certain things that I feel that most of society should deem as unforgivable or at least a harsh punishment,
Sure,
right?
sure.
I'm nobody to say you don't deserve forgiveness.
Sure.
That's not who I am, right? So let me not even
We're
say
only
that.
human, right?
But let me say that there are a lot more traumatic, because trauma has been a word that people like Amy Schumer have used. Somebody who was in the audience, somebody who saw the slap.
I don't know if that
and
was
wanted to-
satire, but yeah, I'm
I
with
don't
you.
Wait,
know
what?
it
I'm with
was.
you, bro.
She said it was.
She said she's
with you, bro.
traumatized by seeing.
I don't
that.
know if she was being
For the
sarcastic, but
slap.
he's right.
But again, and,
right.
and,
Soldier
and,
Man.
and again, my guy, this hurts my soul to put this nigga in the cracker
Put him in
barrel.
there. Put him in there.
I gotta put this nigga in the cracker
Jim in
barrel.
there.
Jim Carrey,
Put
my
Jim-
nigga.
put Jimbo
Like,
in
that's
there.
my guy, right? But it hurts me to see people and hearing other commentary on this whole situation and talk about, oh, this is so violent and this is I'm appalled and he should be sued for this and fuck him and I hate him and let's pull these opportunities from him. But there's a lot of instances, and I'm gonna play one actually. I didn't plan on playing this clip, but I'm gonna play it for y'all to put it in perspective. The second clip actually. No, I'm lying. The first clip that I'm gonna play is Chris Rock. He's sitting at a round table with I want to say C.K. Lewis or whatever the fuck his name is.
Louis C.K.
There we go. Same name.
Your brains
He's
are
so,
backwards. That's it.
but he's so irrelevant to me. I don't give a fuck about his name.
Okay, he was
Louis
wild.
C.K.
CK
Yeah,
Lewis.
he was wild.
The comedian.
Seinfeld,
Yeah.
and it's like a panel discussion with Chris Rock, and these guys are just throwing the N-word, and I'm gonna say the N-word because I think there's context and there's nuance
I've heard
in
this before.
using this word, right?
Right.
For black people and for the culture that we live in,
Yeah.
there's a nuance in it, right?
Mhm.
Yo, my nigga, whatever. Like we use it in that way, and it's
Yes.
a term of endearment, and nobody takes offense to it in that way. But there's also ways to use that word where it has a little bit of vile and vinegar.
And
in
that's
it,
why
you know
they're
what I'm saying?
using it,
right?
yeah.
So I'm gonna play that clip, but before I even get to that clip, I'm gonna talk about Mel Gibson.
Okay.
Because Mel Gibson has been given all the looks in the world. Mel Gibson was asked to report or respond to this whole Will Smith
Really?
fiasco, on Fox News.
What?
And is that surprising?
You said on Fox?
Is that say it again, my nigga?
You said on Fox?
Is that surprising
That's
that
a
Mel
nasty-
Gibson, and I'm not
Yes.
gonna play the clip. I've played it on a podcast before, maybe like episode 50 something long.
Oh,
long time
when
ago.
he did?
I remember that.
When
shit.
When he went
he was
crazy?
He went
Wow.
crazy on his ex.
Yeah.
was
And he
wild.
said, I hope you get raped by a pack of
monkeys.
N-words.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy.
I'm not going to repeat it
That's
because it's so
crazy.
egregious to
It
me
is wild.
as a
That
man,
is
as a black
nuts,
person,
bro.
for
Yeah.
somebody to
Nuts.
have that train of thought.
Yeah, that's
For you
wild.
to insult somebody and for you to go that low.
It was weird.
And you to still get those kind of national looks.
Yeah.
In studios to still say, hey, we're going to dump a lot of money into you.
Yeah.
Because of your name, because we love you, whatever the case may be, because of the relationships, I still feel comfortable even investing in you. Because when an actor, a leading man, a leading lady takes a role and they're in a leading position,
Yeah.
that is the studio approving it. A lot of people just see names and they see faces and they say, oh, yeah, he's so great that he just got this opportunity.
No.
When you get into a certain bracket, when you get into a certain tier, everything gets approved.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'm not just saying this out of like thin air. I'm in the process.
Yeah.
I work in a certain
see it.
Space and you see it
of where
firsthand.
I understand the nuances of how certain hosts, how certain talent, how certain actors get put in this position. And if they don't want it to happen, it takes one person that nobody knows.
Right.
There's nobody that knows when you're listening who makes these decisions that say, you know what? I think Chris Rock should be the person who delivers this speech on this time of the ceremony.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
It's not by happenstance.
very true.
Yeah.
It's not by chance.
Right.
It's all about
So
plan.
for somebody to ever invest in Mel Gibson and to have a comment and to have a thought, and for somebody to not say, hey, let me speak
know
on
what?
that topic.
Yeah. And you know what? To add to what you're saying, like, wow, I know there was a little bit of outrage for Harvey Weinstein, but
Son.
man, what a career.
Yeah.
What
Somebody-
a career he was able to
somebody
do
help
even
me out.
after the allegations.
Help me out here.
Please help me,
And that's
bro.
what I'm getting confused at. I'm like,
Yeah.
Will Smith smacked someone, and now we're gonna start to pull his stuff, and we're not working with him anymore and all stuff. Then I look at like all the people that have won Oscars and stuff like that in the past, and I look at, for instance, Harvey Weinstein's type of mind, right? And I say, well, why don't we have that similar energy where we pull all of their stuff down
Just
and all
the
this other
energy.
stuff?
You just
I
hit it
don't
right on the head.
understand. And I know this is two way different things,
Sure.
but exactly,
Yeah.
right? And
It
I
should
say
be
to
worse for
myself,
him,
when
yeah.
I look at the weight of what was as heavy,
Shit,
it's like,
Weinstein's
yo, bro,
is worse.
Weinstein
Yeah.
is out
What are we
of
talking about?
control.
What are
And
we
then I
talking
look at
about?
Will Smith, I'm like, yo, I understand. That was two men having a dispute. That's what you saw,
Yeah.
everybody. You saw two men having a dispute, and they handled it. And you see them, they went their separate ways. They and no one's pressing
Parties
charges.
apologize.
Yeah, and that's what you
And
saw.
made a mistake.
I don't, son. Like I don't.
Harvey Weinstein.
I ain't gonna lie. This Netflix shit is bothering me a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
no problem.
Like, y'all
Mel
look
Gibson made $1
crazy.
billion right before this bullshit happened too.
Before and think about all the countless of dollars he's made after. And again, there was an interview. He was interviewed on Fox 5
That's nasty.
in regards to whatever movie he's promoting.
Sure,
Right?
sure.
And I'll play the clip for that too. But he was promoting a movie and he was asked about the Will Smith conversation, and it almost looked like he was holding back from saying something he wanted to say.
Yeah.
His publicist interjected. How often do you hear a publicist get on live air and say, hey, no, it's over.
That's when
Please,
you know it's bad.
no. So I'm going to play that clip next. But this is the first clip that I wanted to highlight with Louis C.K.
Okay.
Oh, did they take it down?
Lewis got in a lot of trouble.
That is.
Lewis
he
was
did.
beating his dick off in front of people, right?
He did. They took
Well,
it
you could
down.
describe it to us.
kind
Not
of-
the beating the dick, but like the clip you want to.
Louis C.K. was just saying the N-word recklessly. He was saying it in front of Chris Rock. Chris Rock really didn't say much. But since we don't have that
Wait,
clip, I'll
so
play
is this
Mel
like an
Gibson.
old clip that resurfaced?
Yeah, but
Okay.
this is.
He got killed. He got murdered. He
Yeah.
got murdered for
Chris Rock,
Louis
right?
C.K. went through like they was
You
killing.
understand
And we
it
can have a
probably
talk
better
about
than
that.
a lot of
And this
people
is
with
Mel
your
Gibson.
career. And I was wondering if, you had been the one that jumped up out of his seat and slapped Chris Rock. If you would have been treated the same way, Mel.
Hello, Jesse. Thank you. That's our time.
That's his publicist.
Good publicist. It's a good publicist.
Have you ever thought about that?
Thank you. That's our
Wait, but
time.
like,
Thank you, Jesse.
And that's
Yes,
the
that is our
publicist.
time.
That's a good
Well,
publicist.
Mel, thank you very much for joining Jesse Waters Primetime, and we really appreciate it.
So he didn't say
April
nothing?
13th,
no, he just
the
laughed
movie
and
drops, Father Stew. We really
But you know
enjoyed
what?
it.
Even back to that.
Because he can't be seen bashing.
Yeah.
But listen,
can't be seen
we're gonna
bashing
place this
black
clip in the
people, I'm
YouTube,
sure.
Pierre. I will make sure I send it to you.
then because
But
you have to see. Yeah.
Because you have to also
Yeah,
see
you
his
have to
reaction,
see, yeah.
Dev. He
laughing?
looked-
He was
no,
ready to-
it wasn't that he was laughing.
He was ready
It
to
was
go.
like, oh, I want to say
I wanna
something.
go.
Oh, he was like,
He was
I'll
ready to
smack
go.
that
It was
motherfucker
like
back.
he got a nigger on the tip of his tongue.
I
It's like,
smacked
oh,
that
this
motherfucker.
nigga. And then his publicist was just like, hey, no, Jesse,
That's our
we gotta
time.
go. That's
Imagine
our time.
Mel Gibson's publicist.
Because Mel Gibson is just like, no, I can't. But
Yeah.
it was that deep.
Right.
It gets that real.
Right.
And that Louis C.K. video, you said there was a conversation between him and Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Okay, and he was
In Seinfeld.
and Chris Rock was just casually dropping it. See, I want to kind of speak about that quickly.
I'll look for it while you talk.
Okay, I feel like I'll speak for me.
Okay.
Because like Savon has said, right, there's a lot of nuances behind that word, right? It could be used as an endearing term. Black people have used it. We've reshaped the word, right, essentially.
Sure.
I consciously make this effort not to say that around other ethnicities.
Me too. I don't
really
feel
keep it
I don't
100
feel
with you.
comfortable
I really don't.
saying it around like certain.
But see, that's why I be
groups.
so confused when dudes just be letting it fly around them. Like my brain be like,
I get uncomfortable.
I get a little uncomfortable. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie,
I'm
bro.
like-
And I'm the
Like,
type
they
of dude.
don't-
I've
they
done
don't
this in a
check their
moment.
friends.
Yeah.
I've done that. I'm that nigga. No, I'll be like, yo, nah, like, you're a wildin', nah,
Yeah.
bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I really get uncomfortable. So it's interesting to see that it would take. And I heard Seinfeld was the one that kind of didn't want to interfere into that conversation. It's funny that another white man had to step in and say that shit.
I played the clip by accident.
Oh,
that's
I said,
why.
God.
That's why.
He's the blackest white guy I fucking know. And then all the negative things we think about black people.
And this is a
this
resurface clip, so
fucker.
this is not new. But again, I think people just got to listen to things with a different perspective.
Absolutely.
Fucker.
You're saying I'm a nigger.
Yes, you are the niggerest fucking white man I have ever.
Crickets.
I don't think he could do that.
Oh,
Thank you, Seinfeld.
Damn.
And that was Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh
They
my
said,
God.
I don't think he could do that. Keep
Thank
your
you.
headphones on right
Oh
now.
shit.
you, I mean,
That I'm
no,
not-
you don't even understand.
Really?
You don't
Really?
really know him. Like I've worked with him.
No, like your bit
No,
about.
no. I wouldn't use it anywhere.
No, exactly. These two.
We
use
say
that
nigger on stage.
on stage.
You guys don't. That's
Yeah,
an
yeah, that's the
interesting two
difference.
teams
That's
here.
the difference between
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We
can
say
pair
nigger on
up in
stage. You
different
guys
ways,
don't.
but that's definitely a pairing. Who
We
says
say-
nigger on stage? We don't.
Well, you just did.
Yeah,
That's right.
Happy to
yeah.
see
You and me say
No,
nigger
no,
in
no,
private.
no.
These two guys.
But just think
These
about
two
how
guys don't.
casually they're throwing it around.
He says it in private.
I've
much.
given it up just because it's played.
I don't believe it's. I don't think you've ever said it probably in your life.
No,
I don't
never.
think. No. Yeah, that's it. That's the huge difference between you and me. I think.
Well,
That's what I've said
you
it.
found the humor of it.
Yeah.
I haven't found it.
Right.
Nor do I
Thank
seek it.
I mean,
So-
joking aside,
Thank you.
And that's why people like Jerry Seinfeld
Classic.
are so important.
Big Long Island. Hey yo, he from LI. Word. You already
I
know
know
how
he's
we
from
rocking. Word.
I know he was Big L.I.
Come on, big.
And
Come on, big
in that
LI.
clip, because Chris Rock made it so comfortable for him to say it, he
Yeah.
thinks like all black people would accept that from him.
I actually think that Chris Rock was, what I picked up was it came out and Chris Rock was just like, you know what, you are a nigger. Like I think that's where, to me, it felt a little, what's the word? Like I'm being,
Parody-ish.
what's the word I'm looking for?
Satire?
Yeah, like a satire. Like I was being
Condescending.
Yes,
Sure,
he was just being
condescending.
condescending in the moment. Like, yeah, sure, yeah, you the most
Yeah.
niggerish nigga I've ever met. Sure,
And
since
now
you're
you
just saying it,
now you just saying
fuck
it.
it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like I think that's what I picked up from Chris, like from Chris and stuff like that. But Louis C.K. got murdered. Like his whole career got fucking annihilated for some time. He's back doing stand up.
But I was gonna say, and you say it was annihilated.
So you're saying another chance?
But
Yeah.
it wasn't. And that's the conversation that I want to have.
It's the world we
Like,
live in, man.
I think us as people of color, and I'm not just going to make this a black and white thing, but I think people of color, I think we got to herald the people who have, built a cachet and a credit for us.
Absolutely.
And personally, again, I
Absolutely.
could be biased.
No.
And y'all could let me
But
know
it's
if I'm
important-
biased.
But you know what?
Somebody
though?
like a
It's
Will Smith
important
to be,
biased,
canceled.
bro. All ethnicities are biased towards their great leaders. We need to do it too. Yes, it's important, bro. Only because, like, if everybody else is doing it, this is the one time where I feel like, why not? Big up the people that are really like. Back
It's
to
like
what
the
I,
nepotism conversation.
Yeah,
he been doing this 30 years.
I'm not taking this from him.
Easy.
I'm
He been doing
sorry.
this- he
I'm
been
sorry.
doing-
I can forgive Will Smith for what happened. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
bro, and
like
it's
I
okay
practice
to.
forgiveness.
And
I practice.
I
I'm
can
sorry.
also
I
pray
can
for
forgive
Chris
him.
Rock.
Yes, at the
in the
same
sentence.
breath.
Yes.
I can do both.
Yes.
Two things can
Can
be
be
true.
true.
Yes.
There's a running joke here I've been having with y'all that listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
Two things can be true.
It's very true.
You feel what I'm saying? But only in our society, we feel like once we're talking about one particular thing,
We
we
have
can't
to-
understand
yeah.
the other side of things. And it's like,
Yeah.
yo, bro, come
Sorry,
on.
I'm not like you, and I don't give a fuck as far as like, oh, I have to agree with you.
Yo,
I don't have to agree with
one more
shit
time.
or you.
Netflix,
So, I
Sony.
don't get it, but that's your decision. I don't get it, and nor do I support it. I actually don't. I don't support the decision to stop working with Will Smith. But you know what? Maybe it's too far above my pay grade, and it is
Sure.
what it is. So,
But you
hats
ready?
off.
But you know what's at my
Whatever.
pay
The fuck
grade?
am I supposed to do?
Netflix and Sony. Y'all can't tell me if Will is great or not. I know Will is great. I like you pausing it because you guys are scared or whatever. Again, maybe this could come from Will. I'm just letting y'all know because we really be losing a grasp of reality here because of things we create. Will Smith is still great. If you pause or unpause or get rid of it.
Yeah, they don't get to
These
decide
things are
that,
important
yeah.
to say because they get so caught up with damage control and how things look that our greats get fucked up. And it's like, yo, bro,
He
come
just
on,
won
man.
a
It's a
fucking
mistake,
Oscar,
bro.
But cool. I'm tired. I hate this
No,
conversation.
we don't have to continue the
No, I'm not
conversation.
saying we don't. I'm not trying to give it to you like
It's
that.
frustrating,
But I'm just like,
yeah.
it's just so frustrating because it's just like, yo, what the
Sure.
fuck are y'all do? Like, what the
But
fuck are we doing?
I
Like,
just think it's a dope conversation to have because it's like, all right, he is one of the few greats that have transcended nationally.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
to see how
Hollywood's
it's
beloved.
so
yeah.
quick, it's so quick to turn. Like
Hey.
he's in very rare air. Like when we think of black actors of that magnitude,
Top tier.
I would put him in the 1, 2, like
He up there.
He's
Top five.
he's one.
He's probably one
Like,
or two.
He's
Him
one
and
or
Denzel
two.
and
Like
that
but again-
Samuel.
but-
Samuel,
but-
Denzel,
but
that one
you wanna know what I say to
A1A1
that? You wanna know what I say
B1C.
to Samuel and Denzel?
What?
And we love them. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we as a culture, right? As a culture, and when I say culture, I don't just mean black people. I mean people who are of the culture,
Sure.
right?
prominence, right?
Sure.
Of culture. We herald Samuel L. Jackson and Denzel Washington in a different light.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm talking about globally. I'm
Okay.
talking about in the countries that I've seen Will Smith touch the people in Singapore and
That man is
Dubai.
global.
Yeah.
He is the number one figure
I've been
of
said
the
this.
black actor that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Denzel, his talent is immense. We cannot take that away from
Immense,
him.
bro.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Immense,
He
bro.
you know what I'm saying?
Amazing.
And then we have even
Star
actresses like
Wars.
Angela Bassett.
Absolutely.
You know,
The
Viola
Queen.
Davis. Those kind of actresses, the talent is off the charts. But when it comes to the reach that some of us get limited to, we just get put on that place where we hit a ceiling, unfortunately. And it doesn't mean that they don't get recognized outside of the U.S.
Right.
Because I would never say that. But I think the influence and the impact outside of the U.S., I think the only other person with Will Smith would be The Rock.
I was about to say The Rock. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, and I'm a fan of The Rock too.
Yeah,
I
he
think
up
that's
there.
been noted on the podcast as well. Like I fuck with The Rock as well.
Yeah.
But I think there's a lack of connection with our community and with The Rock because he ain't done shit that says, "Hey, I'm black and I'm proud," and he just hasn't in his story. And from what I've seen,
Yeah.
you know, he reps a certain whatever.
Samoan.
And
I don't know much.
I wasn't just saying Samoan. I was also saying like political. Like there's been rumors. There's been rumors.
About
but
what?
again, The Rock and his affiliation and
they saying he Republican?
gang, big Trump, big T.
Well,
That's what I've heard. And again, I can't confirm it, so I'm not gonna put that on him.
Oxtail, how much?
But as the black community, and we've all been at the fucking Thanksgiving table, like how often have we looked at The Rock and claimed him as one of our own? And how often has he said, hey, let me embrace that community?
Sure.
It's far and few between.
I don't know. I don't know because you know what it is. I'll play devil's advocate here because when I think about celebrities, I try to put myself in the shoes of a celebrity, right? And I try to think about me waking up, I'm rich, and then I look at the morning newspaper and I see, right, and I see, no, I just quote what you said, fuck you. And I look, not this big, not as big as these niggas. I'm self-aware of who the fuck I am. Don't get it twisted. The Rock wakes up in the newspaper or he looks at a random podcast and he sees him saying Rock isn't black enough. And I think to myself, I don't know every nuance of The Rock's life. Two, I say to myself, well, perhaps the good things he does, I know good news doesn't spread very far in this world that we live in. So, like, I try to have some nuance of I haven't even given a chance to say or seen anything like, well, you know what? I'm not going to put the brother down before I have seen him anything because I've heard rumors about him running for president also. So in my head, I don't. It's just I can't make a distinction. You're right. You're right. I'm like, well, I haven't seen him do these types of things, but I don't want to, put him in that bubble of, you haven't helped black people. I don't even want to do that because I just don't know enough about The Rock, and that's why I leave it. But I don't respect that. I respect that. Maybe I just don't know enough because at the top of the at the surface, I am like. I'm trying to
recall.
Yeah, I can't recall like something, but at the end of the day,
I ain't gonna lie.
he's one of our own, and I support The Rock.
Can I be honest?
I like The Rock.
I might offend some people, but I'm gonna be
You
honest,
will. Go ahead, continue.
That has never stopped him.
It's good, right?
Never stopped him before.
Don't start now.
Go for it.
If I see a big black nigga driving a pickup truck, I don't trust that nigga.
That's a crazy thing. If you come to
Yo, we have a lot of listeners in different states.
Nah, that nigga, if you don't live in Alabama, Mississippi, Kentucky, and your black ass is driving a monster truck, I can't trust you, bro.
I have
You
family
might
in the
be going
South,
other way,
and they all drive pickup trucks.
Nah, but
What if they work
put it
in
like this.
construction?
Word. What if they work in
what's your
construction?
secondary car? That's the main car?
Yeah, a
The
lot of
pickup-
them. Yeah, Ford F-150 is like in their
All
main
right,
car.
but Dwayne Johnson got $500 million.
He don't got a Bentley?
And he like his pickup truck.
Nah, but you can't
That's
do
an
that.
American
He don't got a
thing,
lamb
bro.
truck?
It's very American. All right, so we not gonna. We're not gonna do that.
Hey, yo, that's a.
We're not gonna do that.
Even Drew's like,
Dwayne Johnson, the
Isn't
real
that fucked
American.
up? Isn't
And
it
that's
weird?
my guy.
How you get looked at?
Isn't it weird that when we claim like American, we automatically say,
But you
want to
know what it is, though?
shit. Isn't
But
that
don't you feel
crazy?
like- but don't you
I
feel
get
like-
it though.
but
But isn't
then-
that wild?
Don't you feel like
We're trained.
We train, but we do that too. I remember marching when Black Lives Matter was a real thing again.
Oh, nah, you was outside.
I was outside for
he
that,
was
right?
out- he was
Same.
He was on the
yeah,
front
me and you
line.
spoke- I remember that.
We was
Yeah,
smoking
yeah,
front
yeah.
line.
Right?
Yo,
and
thank you.
Come on, us.
Nah,
Come on.
You was outside. my
I
nigga.
heard they had a war. They
Nah,
need me?
You was outside, bro.
They need me?
He was outside.
Nah, word.
They need
I
me.
heard, you know what
I
I'm saying?
see you.
You know what I'm saying? I can
Hey,
go
I
grab
saw
some
more white
tools.
people when I was out there than
Yeah,
black
word.
people. That was
Alex was on the
off.
front line.
You know what I'm saying?
Pierre was outside
Pierre
too.
was there too.
He had
Pierre, you get a
footage. He
rifle.
took footage
I'm
and
gonna give
all
you a
that.
rifle.
I was outside
We
too,
gonna
nigga.
fight them niggas.
I was on the
word.
bike rallies. That's the one. I was on the bike one.
Of course
It was
he was.
lit. I had the e-bike. I was.
You was biking past
I was
the cops.
biking, yelling.
Oh,
It was
shit.
dope. I cried.
outside.
I cried.
Yo,
It
so
was
Pete,
very
It was
overwhelming.
because when I
Right,
look
very
around, I saw
overwhelming.
all
Very
cultures. When I see
overwhelming.
white people screaming
But
it,
see,
I got
to stick on that,
emotional.
right?
Uh-huh.
The
Long
trucks
Island?
I would see would only be pickup trucks with the
blue strip.
with the blue stripe
We know
in the
what
back of the pickup truck. And again, salute to officers.
symbolism.
Thank you for controlling things and protecting it.
Protecting it.
Thank you very much.
Protecting.
We got respect for like the officers who are really doing their job and doing the right thing.
yeah.
We got respect
Absolutely.
for
I do. I
that.
have a
We
lot
ain't
of
one of them
respect for that.
people
Yeah, I'm
gangster.
not. Yeah.
But
I'm
again,
not
the
either.
culture that gets created is that okay? When I go to a rally for the rights of black people and things that are going wrong, and the types of vehicles I see are pickup trucks. Oh my! It just gets ingrained into your brain
As a
now
culture.
as what's culture.
Because that's a culture. Like I get what you. Because it's like okay, if you see a bunch of people on the choppers, that's bike culture. You know, there's a certain culture. There's a certain culture that comes with it. So I get the aesthetic of seeing
American culture,
American pickup trucks, and you think a bunch of things like okay, I see what that culture is. I've seen it on TV. I think that it's this way.
Sure.
I understand the nuance of where you're coming from.
I'll be honest.
Absolutely.
So the only reason why I feel comfortable talking about this is because I've seen like promo going out for it. But there's a show coming out on HBO. It's called We Own This City.
I think I've seen that.
And it's based in Baltimore.
Okay.
And it's based on true events about the corruption of police officers in Baltimore.
Oh, I need to see this.
One of the main actors is John Bernthal, right? If you're familiar with The Punisher, he played The Punisher.
Sure.
He was also in The Walking Dead. He's a phenomenal actor.
He's amazing.
I've been so blessed. Thank you, God. I'm working at this company. I've watched some of the series,
Right.
so I kind of know what's going to unfold. But
Okay, let me get a linky.
the story is not. Nigga, I
Get
get
the
fired
link.
off your
My fault.
Yo, look at black people.
My fault.
Nah, we get nervous for other black men when they talk about the
No,
establishment they at.
oh,
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, you okay, bro?
Nah, I'm good. I'm
Brother?
great.
Yeah,
but I
yeah, my
think
fault,
it's a
yeah.
great show if anybody's interested in just seeing both sides of the corruption and how certain, I guess, systems affect us.
Yeah.
Walk a
Going back
line.
to what Alex
Yeah.
was saying,
Yeah.
the pickup truck is a clear sign of nigga, you don't fuck with my
He
black
threw
ass.
that back in the thing.
That strip of blue
Yo.
shows me that you don't fuck with my black ass. So I gotta be a little cautious.
You feel me?
I get the nuance of what he's saying. I'm not
and
saying
the pickup trucks be
everyone
extra long.
everyone,
Big with
Hemi.
the big wheel.
all
Hemi,
of y'all,
Hemi.
everyone
34
that drives a
inches,
pickup
nigga.
truck.
Damn, with the big
It's
Hemi
not
on
a-
that
He
it's
motherfucker.
not
might be a
racist.
hardworking black father that owns a construction business.
Nah, nigga,
You right,
okay.
Reg.
On the truck. Go
I
get the
don't believe
minivan.
that
Wait,
every
I-
person.
Now we about to get into
I
a
want
good
to say
combo.
something.
Go ahead.
Go, Reg.
So, just let me know if we have to skip over this topic because it is about HBO.
Sure.
So you know the Lakers documentary. You can like not.
Oh,
Speak
I'm working on that. That's my shit.
I know.
It's good.
Okay, you know
It's good.
the show
When it's
Winning Time. It's about the era, the golden era of the Lakers and all that. And then a recent Variety interview came out where Magic Johnson, he was on the cover. It was a huge story, long story, very well written. And he was talking about how he has no interest in supporting the show because they didn't even ask for the participation of Magic Johnson. And it's clearly, it coincided with his tenure at the Lakers, like playing for the Lakers. So is that like, I mean, I'm not doubting that he's lying. So what's up with that? Like, was it really like not?
What's up with that, my G?
Like, is that not a show about those days? And he was not asked to like.
No,
not
so-
participate, but like kind of like I don't even know how this works. I'm just asking.
You good? You're great. So that show is based off of a book written by somebody, an author named Jeff Pearlman.
Got
So
you.
Jeff Pearlman is somebody who was invested in that era of the Lakers.
And the title of
And
that book
he-
had Magic Johnson in it, though.
And he wrote a book titled Showtime Dynasty with Magic, Kareem, and all
Kareem
that.
and- yeah.
Yeah. So it was the show is based off of a book.
Okay.
So they took the book and said, "Hey, we're gonna make the series based off of the book." And so it's it's drama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not like a documentary. It's a drama.
It's not a documentary.
But still, and
Dramatized.
I knew that it was based on the book, but still, like
Dramatized,
it's
there we go.
about
Yeah,
like
dramatized.
Magic Johnson, though.
Of course,
so
of
was
course.
it important to like get his consent, or is that not how like this
Well,
kind of stuff works?
I don't make those decisions, but I can say, it's art.
I was about
And
to say, I think
whenever
he's
you-
allowed to do it because it was written.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
a written-
based off of a book. It's not like somebody just came and said, "Hey, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna make these characters and build it." It was like, "Hey, I read this book. Oh wow, this is a really dope perspective." That's
It's a
what it is.
perspective.
It's
Yeah,
this
perspective.
is a really dope perspective,
It's a
off
perspective.
of this book or off of this time period in sports, and we're gonna write a series based off of this perspective. It doesn't mean it's
Yeah.
true, it's false. I'm sure it has some things that are true, some things that are false, but
I get that.
that book is based off of that, which is why I guess whoever the process of it, they didn't feel like, hey, we're gonna bring Magic on. And again, to tell a true story, when we have these conversations about true stories,
It's just be boring.
everybody
live.
and everybody
Wait,
is
what?
biased.
Nah,
right?
What happened?
It's biased. So
just
be Yeah.
boring,
Reggie,
lying them
Des,
shits.
if you came to me and say, "Yo, I'm gonna write a true story on you,"
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna give
no.
you all of the highest of highs.
Of course.
I'm gonna tell y'all about all the times I hit on FanDuel
True.
and never the times that I lost.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you about all the times that I made a woman happy, opposed to all the times that I made somebody
Joe's a
feel
fuck
heartbreak.
boy.
You know, like so
Okay, but
it's
I
a little
feel
bit
like
different.
I feel like that's different though because we got your help with that writing that book. Clearly, Magic Johnson is not a fan of the book or the show. So that would be like me writing a book about Savon without his accurate takes and then making a series about it. I would find that weird.
So
Is that not
you
weird?
wanna know what
No,
it is? It's doable. So
It is doable,
So since it's
and people love the show
Because
Of
it's
course,
someone
HBO,
else's
of course.
perspective.
yeah,
I know, but like, is that not like
I hear what you're saying
violating?
though. I hear what
Is
you're
that
saying.
not- yeah.
In this country though, by the laws. Nah, especially based off the pre. I'm not, because once you start learning about this world, you be like, damn.
I know they're gonna do it
Because
anyway.
you know what? I try to
Like,
think
damn.
about it like, what if,
Yeah.
okay, like this place, for instance, what if Rob decides, you know, to write a book about this place, how it started and everything,
Yeah, yeah.
and not include me?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, okay, I guess this is from Rob's perspective, but it would be good to have my perspective.
It's your
the
studio.
guy.
Yeah.
that
Nah,
did
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
I
And
like
it's
Rob's
Magic's
perspective.
life.
That's
Like-
the unfiltered.
But see, but
Throw a lie in
But then
there.
I would say, you know what? Fuck that. I
Make
don't
it
want to hear
exciting.
Devon's. I want to hear a complete outside take.
That's true.
I
That's
don't,
very
un-
true.
un-
Okay, yeah,
undoctored.
yeah.
I just want to hear an outside take, and I just
Sure.
want to see, like, what do you think? Because I feel like,
Yeah.
But what if Rob is like fabricating shit and
That's
like
true.
But
you know,
that's
like
the
it
part-
ruins
that's-
your legacy.
that's the
I
Like,
wouldn't have fell
entertainment.
asleep.
That's a part of art.
that's a part of the entertainment. Of
I
it,
get it. Yeah,
I
and
guess.
also it helps that it's a show. It's like a drama, like
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
recreation.
yeah.
It's not
Right.
a docuseries, so
Yeah.
that's
And
what.
they make
Not a
it, you know, they make
docuseries,
it
right.
known.
It's not a
hey,
docuseries.
This is
Yeah,
dramatized.
yeah, I
It's
get
dramatized. If they
You
say
know?
that, then I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
what am I gonna
That's
do here?
true. But if I'm-
But we're gonna take it as
yeah.
law. But we're gonna take it as
I ain't
when we
gonna
watch
lie.
it.
Right? We're gonna watch that. And Magic watched the first few
Episodes?
minutes of and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not supporting this."
I
Like,
mean, when you can't dictate your narrative,
Of
then,
course.
You're
you
always
know,
gonna have a problem
of
with it. Yeah,
course,
yeah.
like,
Oh
nigga,
my
you
gosh.
was fucking bitches.
I would
Nigga, how you think
Oh.
you got this? You caught the Asia?
He probably don't want to. He probably,
You was right.
yeah. He probably doesn't want to read.
And again,
Open
some
the
women
world.
in that lake
course,
during
but
that.
again, you're a part of not
Yeah,
just
shit.
like sports history;
Mm-hmm.
it's American history because when he was diagnosed
That was
with
the
that virus,
country.
that was a death sentence,
Sure.
and to see somebody
Especially at that
overcome
time.
that,
Time.
like that is a part of American history, not just
Mm-hmm.
sports history. So you know, of course, it's sensitive conversation and it's sensitive around that, but. Again, that is the part of being great, and I think a lot of us have to accept that. Like the
Yeah, that's
Magic
always gonna
Johnsons, the
happen,
Will
yeah.
Smiths,
Yeah.
the
It comes with it.
global figures, like
It
the
comes with
people
it.
who can afford to say, "Yo, I'm going to take 8 months off of the year and just chill,
Right.
and still
My
be able to
dream.
provide,
Yeah.
and
Fire.
still be able to live, and still be able to have influence."
Yeah, that's
Like
fire.
when you reach that status of life, you have to understand, yo, it's gonna come with it. People are gonna look at your life, they're gonna interpret it a certain way, and you may not always agree because we like to see ourselves
You're
in the
just
best
that
light.
big, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like
I like
we
to think I'm
see
great and
we love to
amazing
see
and-
ourselves in the best light, but we also have those flaws. And so Magic Johnson, and again, let me remove this from just Magic Johnson, but there's situations to where, sure, I may be a married man, but I've also had situations where I stepped away from my marriage a little bit.
Infidel.
I've been, interested in other situations, and I don't want to broadcast that. I don't want to highlight that when I fucked your friend in the
You
bathroom.
know that
and I
you
was-
should have to.
I don't want to talk about
But
that
somebody
shit.
else is gonna tell that.
I
Yeah.
fucked your friend in the back. Imagine you watching the thing on yourself. You go,
Damn,
who
I
the
did that.
fuck?
Forgot I
And
fucked
you're
up.
like, "Oh shit, I did do that though."
And that's the
y'all doing
thing. Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I think, that's a part of journalism. And I'm surprised that you kind of
not
you
funny.
let me
Brought it
not
up.
say took that stance, but I think that's a part
Had
of
that
journalism. Because
perspective.
think about all the things that you've written outside of like the fluff pieces, because we all have those. But think about some of the hard topics that you had to cover where an artist, if they read your shit, they may not have felt flattered.
Yeah.
They may have looked at it like, yo, who the fuck is this bitch writing me? And you're like, yo, I'm just reporting.
that's a fact.
Because
Because when I read the article that she did for me in Revo, I was just like, that was good.
What?
I like.
What's that supposed to mean?
I liked it. She ain't kill me. I was like, oh.
Well,
I'm
I'm also not like that. I don't do like
Hit pieces.
I don't do like reviews and stuff like that. I
get
either
you.
am very objective or I'm doing an interview which is
Got you.
about your story. So
Right.
I have to like just
Right.
report on that. I'm not putting my opinion in there.
I was-
I'm not like a review person.
I got you.
But yeah, but that would be like so to like compare that to journalism, that would be like making sure that book is factually correct. Like it's not like some book, some storybook that I wrote. It's like it's like reporting. So that would be like what the journalism side of it would be. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I was like, yo, how would I feel if like someone made a series about me and didn't even ask me for my like not blessing, but
You
just
great.
know.
That you just gotta accept it. You great at that point.
Once, yeah, you know, because
I never want to reach that point, though.
Wow.
I never want to reach that
Never?
point. I don't want to be globally famous to the point where like people, other
okay.
people are controlling my narrative.
Bring it.
Never.
I'll take
No.
it. Interesting.
I can't.
Bring
I
it.
can't. I
because
can't.
all that means
Dad.
I
is
can't. You guys got it.
no, it's okay. No.
Dev got-
Everybody's different. Because you know,
Dev got it.
Only
You guys
reason,
got me. No.
only reason
No.
I say sure I'll take it is because I know I can translate that into just a lot of business shit. So in my head I'm like, oh cool, yeah, I'll take it because I can translate this into a ton
What
of
if someone
business
was
shit.
slandering your name?
Yeah.
I'll
I guess,
take
I
it.
guess after a while.
That happened to me once.
It's
I mean,
gonna
that's happened to me a
What
few times.
happened? What happened?
I didn't tell you about the race rumor shit one time.
Are you allowed to say that? Can you tell us?
Holy shit. Yeah, it was public. Fucking, I did a Black Beatles remix years ago.
I think he did.
Oh, you
I
smoked
did.
them niggas.
Okay, enough.
Nah, yo,
I did a
y'all
Black
rem-
Beatles remix, and then fucking and this made me stop doing my caption like this. I said how Black Beatles should have sounded. Now I look back, I go, yeah, that was fucked up.
Oh.
But it went viral. It popped, right?
He
Because
was
that
like,
would
yo,
work.
that shit was
It-
He said that shit was That's
Yo,
what it should've-
Sway. Hey, yo, Sway Lee, let me talk to you real
That's what it
quick,
should've
son.
sounded like.
He said,
This
This how
shit was
this how it
ass.
should have sounded.
This was your shit. This the real heat right here. Coming from Brooklyn. We coming from Brooklyn.
all of that.
That's what you
I did
should've
all that.
said. My fault.
I got you.
My bad.
So, but yeah, one
This
of
is why
my
Dev hates like
expressing
talking to us about
myself.
this.
Yeah, exactly.
He said, yo, this shit was really supposed to sound like this.
Hey, yo, Slim Jimmy. Hey, yo,
Hey, yo, I know that shit you put out was cool, right?
But that
Yo,
girl
Marco,
was
listen
a
to
real.
Kate.
But
Hey, yo.
it was supposed to sound like this.
This shit hard right here. What I'm about to do to you niggas, y'all got two, it's me. It's just one of me. It's 1,000 views, it's only one of me.
All right, and
My fault.
yeah, and then I just got annihilated on
mean-
Twitter for a little while. Got all of their fans cursing me out because they
For
tweeted it.
doing a cover?
But what
No,
they
for
fans
saying
at
that.
today, though?
For saying,
It was like, fuck you, you suck a dick, you fucking bitch.
dang,
It's
I
not
didn't know
better
there was
than theirs.
Summer
I was like,
Hive.
But where they fans
Wow.
at right now?
Yo,
yeah,
see,
so that was the
Because
first time I
Boys
was like,
Don't Cry just dropped.
this was
Word.
1,000 years ago.
Word, nah, but when they dropped,
That's when I
I
stopped
don't know
dropping.
when
That's when I
Swerm
stopped.
and them dropped.
I stopped reading comments after that.
I ain't gonna lie, yo.
Boys
yo,
Don't Cry
so
was
Drew,
that
I
shit.
know this his studio, but we about to really talk about the shits. Mute this nigga mic real quick. Hey, yo, Alex.
To tell him you
When
know
the
Mike
last-
is crazy.
When y'all
Yo.
niggas, what, y'all be listening to Ray? Y'all be listening
Yo,
to
you're
Ray niggas?
ODing.
I'm
We're
listening
not doing
to
this.
Ray
No,
J?
yeah, that's you guys
That's why I
because
said
I don't slander
mute this
artists.
nigga.
Ray
Cut
J?
it out. Cut it out.
Ray J?
Nah, that's my guy.
Cut
Ray
it
Khan.
out.
I be
I
fucking
just
with his
don't be-
electronics.
I ain't gonna lie to you sometimes.
Yeah, I fuck with them
Sometimes
shits.
you just gotta let people know the truth. Alright? You had a hot moment. But sometimes real art cuts through. And if my nigga was hitting and your fans was mad, I don't know what to tell
That's
you,
really
my
what
nigga.
happened.
I don't know what to tell you.
And one more thing. Dev was right. This is how it was supposed to sound.
Yeah, it's gay. Yo, cut
That
his mic.
girl was a real.
No.
This coming from me and Savon.
It
Facts.
was what it
wasn't him.
was.
Fuck is you talking about?
It was what it was. Everything happened, and it was
fault.
what it was.
I bet.
But that was a
you know
good
what?
tune, though.
That was a good little something that y'all did.
I'm not even gonna tell them the other part.
Nah, I'm a joke.
Nah, that shit
Wait.
was. I did something. Word.
Wait,
I
so
was-
something
I did that.
interesting that he said was that's when you were like, oh, that's when I stopped reading comments. That's when I stopped reading.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
did you guys
sorry,
ever
though.
have a moment where you guys like are just something really bad happen in terms of like comments wise, feedback wise on the internet?
I've
'Cause
watched.
you guys
I've watched
were
Save
in the
On.
public.
Yep. Yep.
His whole life, he shouldn't be reading comments his entire life. Sometimes I'm on Twitter,
Yo,
like,
but
God.
no, but to this day, Savon still reads comments
Yes.
and he replies.
Be
And he replies on the Need to Know page.
Yes. He be like, yo, real talk, that's how I felt. Suck my
Yo.
dick.
He
I'm
don't-
just letting you know.
He be like,
That's how
don't
I
listen
felt.
then.
Don't
I be
listen
like,
then.
Savon!
Yo, fuck y'all niggas, bro. Cause I can shoot back too.
He
nigga.
gonna reply on Patreon comments. He be on Patreon.
But on the Need to Know page, Savon, you're representing all of us.
Nah, I say it's me. I always put the dash save on. It's the author me,
bro.
nigga.
Said,
Fuck
don't
you.
listen, then fam.
Nigga,
suck
fuck
my
you,
dick,
bro.
He said that. He really said
Nah,
that.
then I have to tell that nigga because you
Wait,
talking
my
about
dick.
me.
also to defend it, Savon, we were just talking about last week. You can't dictate how someone responds. So
feel
let
me?
him
You
respond.
just
Yeah,
say
you're right. But I don't respond to the niggas. Like,
Absolutely.
if you say something negative, I'll be like,
When was the last time you responded to like went back and forth with like a fan?
It was. Oh, I did it. I deleted it immediately. Oh, I killed the nigga because it was on my. It was on my help.
Yo,
So on my
shit.
help me Devon page. Sometimes you'll get those little engineer people that.
Oh.
Well,
Actually,
well,
yeah.
actually, you're supposed to do like this.
Yo, you're talking about
and
tips
then-
to Devon Terrell right
And then
now.
I go back in the comment. This is how I do it. Let me show you how I smoke you. I go in the comment section. I smoke you, right? I wait
Fry 'em up.
10 minutes. So I know you got the notification.
up.
And then you delete
I
it?
block you, ban you, and delete you. And you can never watch another fucking video of me ever again. That's what I do.
Drop
so
a
if you
bomb
fucking
for
bother
him.
me. And I've done that once in a blue. I'm doing that all the time.
Until he
Once
started
in
a
a
new
blue.
IG account, right?
Oh, nah, there's a new feature now.
Excuse
where
me?
It be like you can block future accounts that this person makes.
Oh, they
Nigga,
tracking
I
IP.
can block the whole
That mean they
IP,
tracking the
nigga.
IP.
I block your whole VPN,
That's
nigga.
OD.
Y'all
I
niggas
don't
ain't
find
no
it to be
shit.
scary.
And I'm
Just
cool.
watching a few days,
I'm
my
cool
nigga.
with feedback, but sometimes you can tell when somebody's just being a dick. It's like, you're a dick.
Yeah.
Like,
they
I'll
be
take a
doing-
negative comment, but
they
being
be-
a dick is being a dick.
Being a dick.
I'm being a dick. You're being a
Don't
dick.
do that to me,
Being a
though.
fucking
You gotta
dick.
be a dick,
word.
man.
No.
You don't gotta do that.
No, because Pierre was like, do it again, so I can like put it on camera. I'm
Reggie
like,
said no.
Oh my god, the day
man.
that people come for me on social media, you
Yeah.
guys better jump
It's
in.
Oh, we'll be
gonna
right there.
happen.
We'll
Got
be
you.
right there,
Because
Reggie.
I will shut down.
No, please don't. Please don't. Nah,
I will shut down.
I feel like I need to feel more. Like,
Wait, what? Okay,
Y'all
wait.
mad lovable.
Let's unpack this.
nah,
Wait, what?
yo, when
You
they
need
be
to feel more?
when they be commenting at me, I be looking at them like, I'm about to go smoke.
How I get
I don't even know. Like my brain don't even be like, Karen. He'd be like, okay, that's sweet.
how I get there, bro.
Let me tell you what.
But how I get there, bro?
What? Huh?
Because I don't smoke. So how will I get there? Because I can't just say, yo, I'm about to go have a drink.
Pull out
Every
the
time
hookah,
I,
nigga.
every
You know
time
the
I look
vibes.
tight, like, nah, that's a good one.
You see? Look, look,
Yeah.
look,
Who-
look,
Yo,
look.
we gotta get hookah at the mixer.
Yeah,
Oh
That
my
would be-
gosh,
it's gonna be a
don't
lot
that.
of.
Oh wait, but
another level.
I'm a hook ass
Yeah.
bitch now, so I support you. Yes.
We can't do that. Yo,
Nah, we could do that.
He said, oh,
Nah, I
we check
gotta
you with the
act-
event
Is that
planning.
not a thing?
oh, we can't do.
We can't.
hookah?
We can't.
It's, I don't know.
Can't do hookah.
Consultants.
If we outside, we could do hookah. If we outside, we could do hookah.
What?
All right.
Some
All right.
psychedelics?
We could do shrooms. You said do shrooms.
All right, where we
We
at?
gonna
Wait,
really
are we
find
allowed
each
to? Wait,
other.
are we allowed to mention
We gonna
that?
really find each other in that bitch.
Nah, we can mention
Not
it.
yet?
We teasing it.
We
Shit.
don't. They don't know what we're talking
They
about.
don't know what we're
Something is a
talking
brewing.
Something is the brewing.
Just saying.
Speaking of brewing, I said I was going to mention this at the top of the podcast. This is purposecmonstgel.com.
Nah, word. Nah,
I'm
word.
going to let you guys know I have 3 amazing flavors.
Speaking of brewing.
We are working on our 4th. This is the apple cinnamon purpose sea moss
Yup.
gel flavor.
Apple cinnamon.
I also have
I respect
gummies
it.
coming. Please make sure
Mr.
you
Get
guys
Money.
go
I
check
had a
out
few. They good.
Please let me say something when he's done.
purposecmonstgel.com. It has over 90 minerals and nutrients that your body needs.
Libido.
Fellas, your Johnson ain't working. Go get it right. Get
Word.
it tight.
Nah, word.
Ladies, the pussy ain't in this wet. I
saying?
know it ain't creaming like
You took your panties off. Everything was dry. You took.
That's
you
the
took-
man's
no
fault,
secretion.
okay? That's the
You
man's
took your
fault.
panties off. Wasn't no secretion. Come get a little sea moss.
I'm joking.
Should have been
This-
a little secretion in that
This
puss.
is not a sex
My fault.
enhancer. This is a lifestyle enhancer. That is purposecmonstgel.com. I am not a doctor. This is not to diagnose you or to fix anything.
He
But
cleaned it up real
please,
quick.
Make sure you go over to the website to check out all of the facts for it. We got documents. We got websites.
We got documents.
everything that talks about this product.
Shit
So
funny,
please
right?
make sure you guys check out
You want that pussy dripping? My fault, sir.
purposecmonstgel.com.
So what I have to say is, you know when you listen to the podcast, right? Out of nowhere in the podcast, the ad kicks
Yeah.
in. That's exactly what you did in real time.
I gotta hit niggas with it.
Just where we well,
I don't want to stop the pod. I gotta hit us. Like,
This podcast was sponsored by BlueChew.com.
yo, I'd be like, what the fuck?
And we were talking about like Biden and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
What the
we
fuck
ain't-
is
we
happening?
ain't- we ain't got that
Well,
yet.
thank you
All
for
right,
that.
wait,
Wait,
hold
speaking
on.
of call, oh, my
Thank you
fault.
for
Oh,
that.
no, Alex, you go. You go.
Sure? Good ad
Yes,
read.
I got like a callback from earlier. Remember we was talking about trucks?
Oh my goodness.
Before we move on, I still got some truck conversations for y'all.
Truck?
Okay.
I want this to be very loud and clear, motherfuckers. Are y'all listening?
Yep.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Stay away from them pickup trucks me and Savon was talking about, and stay away from them damn Ford Explorers, all right? You are not a cop. You scaring me when I drive. Please.
Ford
You
Explorer?
shouldn't want to be an op while you driving your car. What would make you
like
want to think...
voluntarily, like
What would make you want to think when you buying a car? Let me go get the car that the op drive. Like, Well, come on, bro. Y'all be scared because then y'all be pulling up with the same lights at night and the same headlights, and I'll be like, damn, it's a detective, and I'll be going 40. Y'all drive right by, I be you and your homegirl. Stop buying these Ford Explorers, bro.
Maybe they want that.
Nah,
That's actually good advice.
And the Impalas.
And the Impalas.
They don't make the Impalas no more, though.
Yes,
Leave the
they
Impalas
do.
alone.
They
And
still
the
make them?
Tauruses, them goddamn Tauruses.
Leave the Impalas alone, my nigga.
Shit.
They still make
all
those?
this
I ain't gonna
American
lie.
shit.
Well, they still
Nah.
make the Impala?
Y'all niggas better go.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Across the
Yeah.
pond.
I hear you.
You like, yo.
I hear you.
And don't get me wrong,
Like,
I can
why?
understand why y'all would want to do it because then y'all trying to fool the ops. Hee-hoo. I see what y'all hee-hoo. I see what y'all doing there. But for me, your companion on the road, hey yo, stop driving them shits. Leave them shits for the cops, bro. Y'all are bugging, bro. Cause I start driving with two hands. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Your
in the
booty hole
driving
clenches.
class.
This nigga's like put the seat up.
Yeah.
You ever sat behind Alex?
Word.
You would have thought he was 7'8".
Word.
He
You
puts it
would've thought
way
he
back.
was 6.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo.
I'm in the back row.
You don't gotta hide while
My head in the
driving.
back row. So
I'm like, yo,
if
my
you-
nigga,
You drive
I'm
like-
6'6'1". I promise you, like, it's
Yeah. I
I
hide
need
in the
space
car.
back here. I'm like, yo, hey, you can push that up.
I'd be like,
You nah, you be all right,
Yeah.
G.
You wanna know where I hide, Savon? You know where the two doors meet? That's where my head just hide.
Yeah.
So when you driving, you don't see nobody
You
in
don't
both
see nobody.
windows. I'm
It
just
look like
right
an
in
Elon
between that
Musk car.
motherfucker.
It's like a
just-
Tesla
It
driving
looks
itself.
like an Elon Musk car.
You
You
drive
know,
that
oh,
far
that's
back?
Alex. I be like, yo, you gotta get the niggerish out of you.
Yeah.
I turned into
fault.
Louis C.K. I turned into Louis C.K. Yo, this nigger
Is
is
there water?
niggering.
Is there water
You
nearby?
just turned into
Somebody get this man some water, please.
Yo, Alex, I love you, bro. I love you, bro.
What's wrong with
My
you?
fault, bro.
Y'all-
Art, my nigga.
Is
Yeah,
it
my fault.
that's
You know we be
comfortable?
bugging, but stop driving them goddamn Explorers.
I respect it.
I
I have a
what you about to
question.
say?
I'm so sorry. I know we have a lot of topics to talk about, but this is just like burning in the back of my mind. I just have to get it out. So, have you guys, and hopefully you guys have like an answer because you know you guys are so wise. Have you ever heard the saying, if a tree falls in the middle of the forest and no one is there to hear it, doesn't make a sound?
Yes, and I'm ready to debate.
What is your response on it? Because okay, what's your
I
answer?
hate this question so much because you
But
know
what
what
is
you know
it-
what I say?
Yes, go, please.
Yes.
Thank
if
you.
you're telling
Thank
me
you.
It just it makes a sound. We just don't
Thank
hear
you.
it, right?
Yes,
Thank
it
you.
fell.
Thank you.
So what is the point of the question then?
Because we be trying to reshape life, and that's why I eat
Hold on.
humans.
So that's my question. I thought you knew because I was gonna say I hear that question all the time,
Yeah,
but
so
I don't
what is the
understand.
point?
I want to know the context of why that question gets
Oh, no,
asked.
I was asking you guys.
Because it always gets asked. You know what it is? I think it comes
do
from
people see
if
things?
if you don't see it happen,
Yes.
did it really happen?
Yes, it did.
But if you tell me that
That
it
it fucking fell, nigga.
I
then guess
know.
what?
I'm sure
This
there's
shit
someone
fell.
right now so pissed off watching. It's like, oh, fucking idiots. But
They
I
don't get
don't.
the idiom.
I don't know,
Yeah, bro.
I don't know. I've never researched this, like why that question gets asked. But I know that's a big like philosophy question that I never like actually dived into.
philosophy
But I
question.
guarantee
It's
after
not
this
a philosophy,
podcast,
it happened. What?
I
I
bet you
just
something
didn't hear
deeper.
Let's debunk that shit. How about that?
Yeah, I'm with
How
you,
about we
Sam.
start
We
new
shouldn't.
presidents?
We
Yeah.
shouldn't.
We starting new shit on this
Nah,
podcast.
we
shouldn't.
shouldn't.
No, no, no,
Nah,
no,
word.
no.
I like
what's
this
the
shit.
new
Can we
one?
get
Say
started
that.
in
Say
1965?
Vaughn, what's the
I
new
like
one?
this.
Go,
Somebody
what's
look
the
it
new
up.
one?
I
Look
like
it up
this.
before we sound dumb as
If
hell.
the
I
tree
don't
fell,
care.
you heard it. Even if you didn't hear it, my nigga.
That's it.
Because you know what happened. You heard it.
Cut the mic there.
That's it.
Boom.
That makes sense
That's
to
a
me.
new
And you
one.
heard it. You don't gotta know
No,
that it
no,
didn't
no, but
happen.
you
Hold on,
didn't
hold on.
hear it, but it still happened.
But it
All
happened.
right, I
There
got
we
the
go.
next question. Would y'all trust a flower that bloomed in a dark room?
Nah.
What?
All right, shit getting
That
deep now.
sound like GMO.
Shit getting deep
It-
now.
it-
I ain't
it grew without
I ain't-
sun?
I ain't gonna lie. I
Wait,
had
but does
one-
that happen though?
I
I
had
don't know.
one
A
plant.
phone man sent it to me. Blame
I had-
that nigga.
I had
that was a
one
ball?
plant for a year.
Oh,
Okay.
I forgot Kendrick said that shit. Oh my God,
And
he's so gifted.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, I do this thing with my plants where I like to see it die a little bit.
Savon
I ain't
is
gonna
a
lie.
serial
I be
killer.
like, yo, that nigga dead. Let me
You
put some
killing
water
your
on it.
plants,
But-
bro.
But I don't kill it because then they come back alive. And then I like to see it bloom. I'm like, oh,
I'm a little
shit.
uncomfortable
So
sitting
listen, I
next to
had a plant for
Savon.
like 2 years. And that
Yo,
nigga
this is serial
resuscitated.
killer
Yo, that's one of the
behavior.
sickest
He
shit
resuscitated,
I've
bro.
ever heard.
I didn't know, bro, because I didn't believe if you fed water to a plant, it would grow. And then I had to see it for myself. Like, oh, the nigga be curling up. Nigga start
No,
turning
plants are very
He be like,
dramatic.
oh, he
like
turned-
you forget to water them and they fucking die.
That-
Yo.
I'm like, yo, my nigga.
Did
it's
you
been
have a
3
childhood?
Facts. It's a part of it.
You
he
fucking
said he
grew a
wants to
fucking
see the plant
flower
die a
you
little
You
bit.
like to see the plant die a little
Struggle.
bit.
I should have said struggle.
That's even sicker.
Yo,
Yo,
you
this
struggle.
I'm very uncomfortable right now.
Life is about struggling.
So you
nigga.
teaching your plants. You try to teach your plants life lessons by not feeding
Savon,
them.
this is so weird.
I teach that plant lessons, and it teaches me a lesson.
Do you know how sick that is as a
water-
person?
you gotta-
Because that's a daily, like that's like a regimen. You gotta say, oh yeah, don't feed him today.
He walks past the plant like, yeah.
That's tough love.
You dying.
Shrivel up a little bit.
Ooh, you
nigga.
dying. Ooh, I'm not gonna feed you
And then he
until
goes,
Tuesday.
all right, fine, I'll give you a little bit.
That's exactly what I do.
I'm a little nervous sitting next to Savon right now.
Nah, don't do that. Because I'm
And
not
then
the
he
only one.
shaves half of his head at home.
Nigga said
This
don't
is
give him a
so
kid.
strange.
Nah, don't give him
So Savon
nothing.
walks into his crib, shaves his head every day,
Half
looks in
a
the
head.
mirror with rock music and loud sounds, and then lets his plants die for a little bit.
Just
You're
a
Batman.
smidgen. Just a smidge.
Just a smidgen. He's
Batman.
fucking Batman. He's
Because
fucking a lot.
Yo,
He's
this
Batman.
is
You
crazy.
gotta challenge science, bro.
Okay, so how about like you should no, next?
Nah, I feel him. I feel the
You
nigga.
gotta
No,
challenge.
Savon,
Nah, I feel
next,
that nigga. I feel
next
the
up,
nigga.
we're gonna buy him a
with
cactus as a housewarming gift and try to kill that because it doesn't even need
It'll
water.
kill him.
A cactus
I'ma
can
kill
live.
it.
It'll
I'm
kill
gonna
you,
just throw it out the
motherfucker.
fucking
Prick your ass
window.
right up.
Yo,
Smoke
this
that
is
shit.
so crazy.
Yeah,
Plants are
Such a
very
crazy-
alive though.
I'm gonna
by
see
the
y'all
way.
picture in the group
Yo.
chat.
There's
I need them to
experiments
talk,
of them
though.
playing like classical music around certain plants and shit like
they
that,
start
and, them,
moving.
and they react different.
Oh,
yeah?
and there's
You know
some
what
where
that
you
is?
talk to the plant and it like
Yeah. And
flourishes.
and it flourishes
You
and
know
stuff
what
like
that
that.
is? That's called the wind. Fuck is y'all talking about? That shit. You see the fuck is they? You hear these? Do y'all hear these niggas? Oh yeah, when you play Beethoven for that
Okay,
shit,
one more
they start talking.
random.
Yo, you
one
ain't,
more-
fuck is he
you ain't play that drill music?
Nah, what?
You ain't play the drill music and that shit start turning up, nigga?
Yeah,
We'll
that's
do it
what
with
fuck
these
is he
plants
talking
around.
about?
I'm dead ass serious. The fact that I'm weird dead ass serious, like
Yeah,
this
it's
is
called
really
the wind.
experiments.
Yeah, it's called the
All
wind.
right,
Let's
I
do
got
it.
you.
The
Fuck
nigga
is he talking
Alex
about?
will buy a dandelion, start playing trap, and it'll turn into a marijuana plant. That shit turn to a
Yo, do you know how
whole
funny that would be
marijuana-
visually?
All I
Like
gotta do is blow over that shit. Watch.
whole
you talking
marijuana.
all that
You know,
pretty shit. Get that pretty
Fabio's
shit out
album
of
is
here.
coming out, so you know you can play it.
What's coming out?
It is.
Favi's
Yo,
album.
speaking of, can we talk about the Grammys?
Let's talk
I
about.
feel like we haven't really
Forgot
talked
about
about shit.
Do we have to?
I really
Y'all
don't
been
want to bring
caring
this
about
A
up.
little bit, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. We
Let-
gotta talk
let's bring
about
it
it.
up.
No, I don't want to bring it
what
up.
up? Bring it
Bring it up.
up.
Yeah.
Bring
Bring
it
it
up.
up.
Bring
Bring it up. Bring it up.
What?
Bring it up.
Okay.
So LJ, he texts me. He's watching the Grammys. I happen not to be watching the Grammys. And he's like, it's the pre-show.
pre-show.
And he like, bro, he says, bro, you wouldn't believe who won Best Reggae Album.
Oh, I saw that picture.
And I
Wait,
said-
I don't know the context.
And I said,
I'm about to get angry here.
oh, let me see. And he showed me the nominees getting up there, like
about to
picking
get
their
angry.
award. And
Sean
it was,
Paul?
no,
I'll pull up a picture for him.
he was
That wasn't
nominated,
Sean Paul?
and it
Wait
was
till you see
it was
these
a
niggas.
it was a lot of white guys.
Wait till you
and
see
I think
these
it
niggas.
took everybody
Alex, are you
aback
getting the-
because it was a white group, like a white group won Best Reggae Album, and I know that
In
threw
America, right?
I knew that.
I
threw
hate
up-
it.
Were they like
I do.
of
Wait, what
Jamaican
happened?
descent?
I don't think they're.
You never heard of
Jamaican.
Soulja?
Because
What
they're
are
lighter
Jamaican?
skinned Jamaican. I have no idea.
They're from Virginia.
What the?
You never saw.
So a lot of it threw a lot of people off, and then I went to listen to the music.
What
Slap?
about what?
No.
What about Shaggy?
But I
You
don't
know
know
they
that
was. You know
story.
they was rhyming about bacon. I'm American. I love bacon. I'm about to go bump that shit.
I'm gonna be honest.
That's
On
them.
the surface, it just threw me off, and I said, okay, I gotta look into what this is. But I don't know what everybody
They won.
felt about that.
Best reggae
But they
album.
won Best Reggae Album over Spice, who had a great
Spice.
year.
Oh,
Spice
oh my
had a
God.
great year.
Sean Paul was
That
in
was
there.
a
Sean
comeback
Paul.
after 10 years.
Was
And I
Shaggy?
forgot who else it was.
What about my nigga Shaggy,
I
bro?
don't
You're
remember.
just a
me.
racist man. He didn't drop
Nah,
anything.
Shaggy still be putting shit
was
out.
I know, but
Shaggy still be putting
He
shit
was
out.
on the Breakfast Club like 2 months ago.
Nigga just
It
threw a
wasn't
Jamaican
me.
out.
Talking about he didn't
Like,
do
what
it.
what
Shaggy?
Jamaicans
But he
do I
be
know?
with Sting.
Nah, he do. Talking about he didn't do it.
He be moving, bro. I be in tune,
All that nigga know how to say he ain't do it.
I
It
be
wasn't
in
me,
tune,
bro.
But I
It
don't
wasn't
know
me.
about. I think the group name is Soja.
Soulja.
Soulja Boy.
SOJA.
So I think I need to look more into what that was. But
We
I
could
think a
play some
lot of
shit.
people were like questioning like what just happened. But I'm interested. I'm gonna take some time to really listen to their music because I just want to see.
Word?
But I'm hearing that a lot of people say they don't even
Take
like
some
the music.
time right now.
But they won a Grammy. That's what happened. And I wasn't gonna bring that up until LJ. He sent it to me and was like, "Yo, what is this?"
Alex said he's gonna play some of their music, so let's see what the
Let's bump some Soulja.
Imagine if Slaps-
But I was hoping. I was like, "Oh, this shit must slap."
This casserole reggae. Oh.
green bean casserole.
This green
reggae.
bean casserole, okay. This no seasoning chicken reggae.
It's the pumpkin pie.
It's the pumpkin pie. Hold
Niggas
on.
don't eat sweet
Are they really
potato
not
pie.
Jamaican?
You ain't see the picture?
Yo, my industry contacts, man. I tell you, man. Take a hit.
Yo, shout out to Soldier, man.
Yeah, come on, it's
nah,
fine.
hold on, I had to turn that off.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
Oh,
like,
shit.
nah, let me not.
Oh,
All right,
I wasn't
moving
even
on.
knowing.
I'm
Day
just bringing
one?
that up. Yeah, because I seen it on social media. People was like, "Yo,
Okay.
what is this? Like, what's
Oh,
going on?" I need to listen to their music. I will say that.
Word?
I'm gonna give it a chance.
You supposed to say that.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
you
give it a
better
chance.
Say that. You know what? When you say I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna just
Yo.
always follow up with he should.
You should.
You feel
I'm
me?
gonna give it a chance. I want to listen to music.
give
I
it
want to
to-
see why this was the best reggae album.
You
And just
know why?
aesthetically seeing them, I was like,
he
"Oh,
talking
that's
about?
interesting." Okay,
he talking
so
about?
but I want to. I
You
gotta check
know
out the
why?
music. I gotta check out the
They
music.
got somebody at the label that worked for the Academy over there?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't-
I play
it's-
the fifth.
To the founding
I have
fathers
nothing
of
to say on that.
Never me. I don't know.
It's
What I say?
voting.
I
It's
have
voting.
nothing to say.
Yo, what I say?
I-
Now, you know it's voting.
It was. It
Come
was a
on.
lot
Let me
going
take
on,
that
man.
back. Y'all know Grammys is based off voting, right?
Yes, it's voting.
Y'all should know that, right?
It's voting.
How do you get a Grammy vote?
You put out a fire.
People
ass
vote.
album.
No,
People
like
vote.
how do you get like access to say, hey, I'm gonna vote on these awards? Like,
It's an academy
how do
that
you-
votes, right?
You
I thought it was
get-
an academy
it's a-
that
it's a
votes.
vote.
No,
Voting.
you get like say for instance,
Oh, okay.
I would have to apply, right? Personally. Like I
Sure.
can apply to be a part of the Grammy board and be able
I
to
didn't know
vote.
that. Okay.
And they
I know a
think it's
few
like
people
every
who could vote.
yeah, right. Like it's like twice a year. I think that the you can get in. Like it's like
Oh.
very selective and then you send your application and if you have the credentials and the thing and they feel you're a reputable person, then it's up to them to decide if they put you on the board to be able to
Do
vote.
the votes matter?
Yes, it's everything.
No, like if
He's saying, is
if
it
my
corrupt?
black ass was to vote, would my black ass vote matter?
Yes.
I don't know, honestly. Like
There's-
I'm being honest.
They got rid
because-
of the committee. Very important. Do we know when they got rid of the committee? Let me look that up.
So
don't
you're saying
know
that
anything
so
about
This
how
year they
else?
got rid of the committee. Okay, very important.
Oh,
so
shit.
basically, there's been a committee anointed to voting people in, essentially, right? I
sure.
just want to make sure we're saying this correctly, right?
Wait,
Yeah. The committee
the committee shows who the people
chose
would
who
vote
the
for.
people would vote for, and then people would vote. Okay.
Now there's
Now
no
there's no
committee,
committee,
and
you
now
can
it's
just
not
go crazy.
biased because it felt a little biased, like
Okay.
saying, "Well, this is what everyone voted for." Oh, okay, well, I'll do the safe thing and just vote along with everybody else. Right. To be nominated for the Grammy and stuff like that. Yeah.
This is their acceptance speech. You want to put on your headphones real quick, Reggie? Let's kind of see what they. I know you said.
Okay, this is what fucked me up.
What happened?
Go ahead. You're gonna play this,
Yeah.
and this is what fucked me up. And I said, "Okay, what's happening?" Continue. You can play it.
Casserole in the oven.
To the founding fathers of reggae music, into the island of Jamaica, you inspired us all. Give thanks, one love.
Keep it. Wait.
One love, give thanks. All right.
That's what threw me off.
He sound like me.
Wait, and this is not a Jamaican man.
That's a white guy.
I get it.
That's
I
a-
What'd you say, Reggie?
I think he's a white. I think he's a white guy.
These are all white people.
Like
That's what-
actually,
I'm looking at the
this
video.
is like ridiculous. Like
To the
this is
founding
crazy.
fathers.
That's what that ended is what threw me off. I said,
That's interesting.
What's
All right.
happening?
Well, the Grammys is expanding.
I don't.
Right?
I
Silence.
genuinely, to be honest, I genuinely I need more time.
Right?
I need more time. I need more time to form an opinion. I'm dead ass.
That
I
would
need
be
more.
like
I want more
no,
time.
because that would be like a group of white people winning best like K-pop album or something like that, and they're
I
not
mean, we
Korean.
seen it. Oh, no, I thought you said hip
like,
hop. I
we
thought you
seen
said
that.
hip hop.
Oh no, oh yeah,
I'm sorry.
it was
Imagine.
Macklemore winning over Kendrick Lamar, but
Yeah, I thought you said
That was a
hip-hop.
ridiculous.
let's
Macklemore
not
over
open that
Kendrick
wound
Lamar.
because that is
That
very
was a ridiculous.
triggering.
Yeah,
that's-
yeah, but
Nah, but it was
if
people
they're
voting
not-
that too, right?
No, wait, but if they're really white, I don't know.
Nah,
We
it
have
was
to-
people voting that year. When,
Soulja? You saying, are
when
they white?
Kendrick and them, right?
The reggae people.
When Macklemore won that year, it was a committee in place, right?
It was over like
was some people
nothing
voting,
was the
right?
same. It was over some like four
Nothing was
crazy
the same.
good albums.
Oh, word?
Good Kid, Mad City.
Listen.
Yeah.
There was a few.
Nah,
Yeah,
I
it was a
I
few
gotta
little
remember this
snubs.
shit.
And I think
Yeah.
Kanye too. I think.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
My Beautiful Twist.
No,
First of all,
whatever.
I ain't gonna hold you, and this is the one I'll cape for this white guy. I'm not gonna hold you. The fact that Justin Timberlake did not win for Future Sex Love Sounds still to this day pisses me off.
Look what's painting the
Sorry.
bond.
That makes me mad.
He's holding on to
Y'all
that.
got me fucked up.
Who won?
I forgot. But
It don't
nigga,
matter.
It don't matter,
Nah, it
bro.
don't. It don't.
Nah.
Yeah, yeah,
Who
yeah.
won that
Bro,
year?
I ain't gonna lie to you. Cry Me a River was my shit.
Yeah, nah, that's
No,
not
that
it.
wasn't cry.
It wasn't even- it was
What
Sexy
goes
Back?
around? What goes
Yeah.
around?
It was my love. It was my
I
love.
have some joints on it.
Nigga, my
Yeah.
love.
It was,
Nah, it was some
it
joints
what
on it.
goes around. It
My
was what
love.
goes around.
It was all of these.
Are you fucking nuts?
I will
Sexy
say-
back, nigga.
I will say this year, like, They say ratings was down maybe like 150,000 less from last year.
No. It was an increase from last year, but
Oh,
only
I'm sorry.
but only
Yes.
1%. And last year was the least that the Grammys have ever been watched.
Oh, okay.
So there's no improvement this year.
Sure.
Are
Okay.
we
Thank you.
reaching a point that the award ceremonies, the airing, doesn't matter anymore in our society? And if they don't, what is attributed to that?
Can I tell you why? I think my personal opinion.
Absolutely.
I personally think that we have so much access to all of our favorite artists now, from seeing them on Instagram, seeing them on Twitter.
A lot of them weren't there.
We have
Right?
access to them. It's not.
The
Remember
Cardi
back in the day, it
B's,
was
the
special.
Tyler,
Like,
the
whoa, I'm
creators.
gonna
We
get
have
to
to
see
tune in,
all of
yeah.
my favorite celebrities in one place
They weren't
live.
there,
Like,
yeah.
whoa, there was. I think the mystique is gone from a lot of our favorite artists because we see them on social media so much. So just like,
Yeah.
But you
well,
don't feel like
blah,
an
blah.
event
Even
like
performances.
this though would maybe want to get those type of an acts in the building? You feel like we're just getting to that type of era, maybe?
That we're not getting those acts?
Tyler, the Creator, wasn't there.
He was on tour.
Cardi B, he's on tour, right? Cardi B wasn't there.
Right.
You know, just some really big names that I think would usually be like, you know what? Let me make time at least for this.
But when's the last time
Right.
we've made time
Right.
for an award ceremony?
Right. Well, you know what, Savon? I don't think it's the ceremony itself. I think it's what comes with getting the Grammy. Right? So it's like we still put so much of the onus and power of being a Grammy award-winning act. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that's really what we focus on. Oh my God, you got a Grammy. Oh, you got a Grammy. But the show itself, yeah, I think it's dwindled for us because, again, we barely even watch regular TV. We barely even catch regular TV, you know?
It's
so,
just different now the way we consume it.
Right, the way we consume it. But getting a Grammy, it's definitely still triggers some people, you know?
Triggers
shout
them in
to-
a bad way?
Triggers them good, yeah. Because
Or in a good way?
I saw Mike Dean very upset.
At who? At what?
At the committee
For what?
For a group that won. I'm not sure the group. I
Can
don't
we
want.
explain who Mike Dean is to the
Yes,
Oh, sorry,
let me be very
Sorry.
clear. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you
Mike Dean is an engineering god.
Yeah.
He's engineered some of your favorite artists: Travis Scott,
Kanye,
West,
everybody.
When I say the list is endless,
Yeah.
it's certain people where you hear their albums and you're like, yo, this sounds really good.
Mike Dean.
It's probably Mike Dean. You feel what I'm saying? So he tweeted to the Academy on a post that one of the groups that had won, like, you know, I think anyone could do better than them. And again, this is a guy that's an older act. He's been in the game a very long time, and you could still tell that this shit still bothers him.
Okay.
So, you know, I don't know. For me, it's if you guys are familiar with Jay Prince, Rap A Lot Records, Texas, what up? You know, Jay Prince has been was a prominent and still is probably hip hop figure in this, right?
Sure.
And a lot of the things he's been saying before the Grammys came on this year was, yo, we need to all click up all of the biggest people in our culture, and we need to just throw a show at the same time as the Grammys.
It's the BET Awards.
But the same time as
that's
the Grammys.
the closest thing is to us,
But
right?
but the BET Awards don't air the same time as the Grammys.
Sure, because they know you shouldn't.
And
Right.
I think
from a
I
rating
think-
standpoint.
Right,
I think
sure.
we got to come up with a whole new name
Sure.
because whether we want to admit it or not, there's certain names, there's certain brands that we speak about that we as a culture have downplayed. And so the significance and the cachet of it has
Goes
decreased
down.
over the years. Like the
Talking.
Soul Train Awards, it used to really be a thing. I remember,
Yes.
and a few of y'all listening may remember too, when Soul Train, the Soul Train line, the show Soul Train after school
Cultural.
was a thing.
Cultural
it meant,
thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It meant something.
It was big.
And that's even before
Absolutely.
BET was too prominent. It aired on BET.
Absolutely.
But the Soul Train Awards actually meant something. And I think over time, we didn't really appreciate it. I don't think we heralded it to the level that we should have, to where we allowed the Grammys, we allowed the VMAs, we allowed the Billboards, we allowed all these other places to kind of take over that cachet. To now, it's almost like, I know you say the BET Awards, but I think maybe somebody has to come up with a whole new name
Absolutely.
to create a whole new mystique,
Yeah.
to create, you know, to
For-
build for us.
So my question to you with the For Us conversation,
Let
right?
me answer this really quick. It's gonna do what you have to say.
Okay.
The best rap album was not aired on the Grammys this
And that's
year.
that's
Tyler
not,
Creator
you
won,
can't
and that's a
explain that to
very
me.
big.
They didn't air that?
They didn't
Yeah,
air
it
The
wasn't
people were still on the
televised.
red carpet as they told the winner first. So I think that kind of goes with what you was about to get.
God.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So in my head, I think about it. I say why, right? I always try to think to myself like, why? Because they probably are looking at the turnout for as far as what are most of our viewers interested in. So obviously that tells me that probably black people are not watching the Grammys, and they were like, well, we'll skip right over this rap one because no one, it's like those viewers are probably not watching this right now.
Can I answer you?
Go ahead.
If that's your energy, I don't want to see any black performers.
Oh,
I want y'all to
I'm not saying it's right. No,
not you,
I'm just
not
saying,
you,
oh, that's
not
probably
you.
why they did it. Yeah.
Not you,
Devon.
not
You
you,
hate
not you,
that
not
category.
you.
So
not
if
you.
that's your fucking energy, I was like, yo,
Right?
little
He did
fucking
say
bitch.
like
Bro,
that.
in general,
You little
because it's like,
fucking bitch.
if you can't,
My God, Alex.
if you
that
can't
nigga
air
said.
the R&B or the rap categories
Right.
Yeah.
and celebrate them,
Yeah.
I don't want to see the Oscars.
You
I
should
don't want to see
celebrate
the
it, though.
Grammys.
You wanna
know what it is?
Open that
I agree.
fucking ceremony
Thank
with
you.
Beyonce
With
knows,
Beyonce.
my
Thank
nigga.
you. Open
Megan Thee
it.
I don't want to
Stallion,
see it,
yeah.
bro.
Hey, guess
I don't
what?
want to see
that's
Megan.
because she was mad entertaining, right?
I don't want to see none of the black acts that y'all beg at your ceremony.
Here's something else.
Yeah, wait, can I say
Go
something
on.
real fucking quick?
Go on.
Do you know why Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith were in front center? Do you know why he had access to smack the shit out of Chris Rock and it was so accessible to him? Because these ceremonies beg these people to be at these shows so that they can get the ratings and the attention of saying, we have the prominent black figures at our awards and we want you and your cachet to tune in. Fuck out of here with all that.
I understand. If we did our own ceremony, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it aired at the same time with the Grammys, and now we're competing as a minority
Yeah.
with mainstream America, right?
Sure.
Do you believe the only way I could see it as being like, wow, this is extremely successful is if we don't care about the money, we don't care about the ratings, and we literally just celebrate ourselves in our culture. Like we can't. So what I'm saying
Let me
is,
ask you.
from a capitalist standpoint, if we do that, we can't care about what is the
Let me answer you.
residual. You understand?
Let
What I'm
me
saying? We
answer
can't
you.
care
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the
yeah,
It has to be
yeah,
just
I
about
wanna-
the message.
yeah, just it gotta put all the onus in.
I get that.
Just hey, this is our award. And my question to you with that, and I always like to bring questions like this to the thing is, does that work and is that possible?
Here's my answer to you. Here's my answer. If we really analyze what a Grammy is right, and I've done this for a while.
Right.
The biggest reason why people want it is what's attached to it and what
Yes.
you're able to get after.
Yes.
The credibility, monetary wise.
Yes.
Price going up.
The price going up, right,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I feel like it's the only award where monetary gain can actually happen.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Okay.
So my contest to that, bro, is if we were able to create a show or a show that's already out that also gave that sort of credibility once you were gifted that award, it kind of takes all of the pressure and the onus off of solely the Grammys. Because I think it's the Grammys because people just know what comes with it, right? Like when you do the Super Bowl, you know what's coming with it.
Right.
It's just certain things you know what's coming. If we could inject that same thinking into our other things, I don't know, again, I don't know who they have to sit at the table.
Right.
I don't know who they would have to incorporate, but I do think that's the biggest pull from it. These artists just know that, again, their price goes up after
Yeah.
I get the Grammy. I don't even think
Absolutely.
it's like the Grammy itself,
Right.
but it's the only one. Whereas you get a BET award, you might hang it up at your crib.
Yeah.
None
Nah,
really
you're
came
right,
with that.
you're right.
You feel
And
what I'm saying?
We would have to pull out completely.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say
It would have to be a mass exodus of like of just
It can't be
talent.
like half people still. and
Yeah,
half
it
people
would.
still.
You would literally have to say, "Hey, all minorities, all black people, we're literally not even gonna put ourselves in the situation of." Because what you do is you submit your album. For instance, even with the Grammys, you submit your album to them. For instance, I can still get Best New Artist because I've never submitted any album into the Grammys. So some people have fucked up their careers and say like 1 year they inserted themselves into Best Artist. And then they didn't get nominated, but then 2 years later you have the big moment, you fucked up, you can't be in the Best New Artist category again. So for me, I say to myself, we would have to completely just pull out, not put our albums in for submission and do that. And I ask you, now we got to look at people like who's willing.
Drake did it.
To what you call that? When did Drake do it?
when it wasn't convenient for him.
When did Drake do it?
Oh,
when it wasn't convenient for him.
When did Drake do it? So that's what I say. Like I hear, and that's what I'm saying. Yo, I hear you.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people that had their foot in the door and already had the accomplishment really don't need any more accolades. Sure, it's a little bit. I want to say it's. I don't want to say easier, but I can understand how you could be like, oh yeah, I'll pull out. I'll just do my own thing. I'll join this thing.
But the person who's wanted a Grammy all their life,
and the person that's looking for the price increase.
Yeah,
of course.
I'm looking for a little price increase.
Absolutely.
I'm like, fuck, but I just want that one stat.
Yeah.
So I'll do whatever my community needs. But let me just go fucking get it.
Get my
Because I
Grammy.
can't help you being here. I can help you if I'm up there, and I can bring a
Partner.
ladder down and bring everybody else up. I say this all the time. That's why people are like, you a coon, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying me personally, but I'm just saying when we see that behavior, I'm like, yo, I
gotta go get it.
I gotta go get it, nigga.
And bring it back.
That's what niggas make fun of you in the hood when you go to college, or make fun of you in the hood when you. Like, it's like, fam, I gotta go get it. This community is not. There's no money for me to grab. I gotta go get it, and I'll bring it back, and I'll figure this shit out. So I always tell people, like, so for me, that's why I don't. I understand people's arguments and stuff like that, but at the same time, I say, yo, like, we're playing a fucking game.
But you know what it is though, too, Deb? If you're gonna announce my award while I'm on the red carpet,
that's why I don't understand what happened there.
Wait, I don't even know. Didn't Tyler not show up at all?
Yeah, but they announced
was on
it
tour.
while people were still on the red carpet.
That's
okay.
why.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
okay,
yeah, like the show hasn't even.
Yeah,
like they do, and it's like, yo, so if Dev, am I really a
No,
part
I'm
of
saying
the
that's
show?
fucked up for rap. Like, I would expect.
I don't really.
You know how deep this shit goes to
Yeah,
me?
bro, I don't really-
like. Listen to how deep it goes.
I don't
'Cause
even feel a part of the show.
I agree with everything you just said, right?
Yeah, I do.
We would all have to do a mass exodus and say, look,
Sure.
we're all going to take this stance as a united front. Whether I got beef with you or not, we're still the same culture. We're still of the same skin.
Right.
We're going to pull out. We're going to do this, right?
Right.
But the fucked up thing about something like this is that the system and the way that this is built and it's designed to divide and conquer.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
It doesn't
By design.
incentivize us
that boy
to
been
do
reading.
that.
Yeah.
What it says
That
is,
boy been
hey,
reading.
Beyonce, Jay-Z, everybody, whoever the big stars is of our culture,
Right.
we're going to give you a seat at the table.
Right.
Because we want to honor you.
Right.
And we want to make you feel good. And we want to give you this award because we know what it can do for you.
Right.
But everybody else that may come after you or everybody else who may not be you,
Right.
it's going to be it's going to be a challenge. But we're going to incentivize you.
Right.
And those are the people that they're pulling from.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I get
Like
that.
the Will Smith and Jada, the reason why something like that couldn't have happened, and I know a lot of people get tired of us talking about it, but I think it's such an amazing case study.
That shit's sticking
not
forever.
just in history,
Yeah, it
but I
is.
think in not pop culture, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And also when you see how we interact with each other after the pandemic, like that's really been big on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Socializing,
Yeah.
and just I guess an exchange of energy after this whole pandemic. I think the Will Smith and Chris Rock thing, it's beyond us just talking about it.
Sure.
It's beyond that for me. So when I see something like that, it's like, all right, what would it have cost? Think about that. What would it have cost to get a Will Smith, a Jada Pinkett, and a Chris Rock in the same room for the BET Awards?
Right.
Think about that.
And
Just
are those
think
ads?
Just think about it. For me.
Can those ads measure up to that
Can
caliber
we-
of a pull?
That's exactly
Can
what
we
you're saying.
even
It's capitalism,
afford
bro.
to get Will Smith?
No, they would have to want to do it.
Can
Yeah,
we
yeah.
even
And to
afford
say that
Beyonce?
we're talking about like, okay, how can this happen? Because you know, how could it work? But
Yeah.
I will say, like, you know,
Right on that.
it has happened before. Like, big, huge changes,
Yeah.
revolutions, like
Right.
switching the system, like
Yeah.
changing it, has happened when people have gotten together and like really
Right.
did this shit. So
Right.
it's possible.
It's possible.
I sound optimistic,
Yeah.
but you know what?
No,
it
you're
is
we could change the
possible.
system.
We're just
like,
saying, like, it would take them
a
to
lot.
say,
Yeah.
all right, let's do this. Let's
Yeah.
get together.
Get together,
and let's
yeah.
fucking do it, which is our problem
Right.
of our culture for years.
And that's why I thought it was very interesting that a person like Jay Prince brought it up. Because I'm not gonna lie, there's a few people in the music industry that could kind of get some change. I'm not mad at Jay Prince on that list, man. It take a few conversations in a few rooms with a few people like that, for kind of precedence to set, even if we don't announce it.
Yeah.
Wait, so what? So he just had the idea to do it, and then it didn't.
And it didn't occur.
Oh my God, this
Yeah.
is so. I swear I'm
Yeah.
not making this up. Like I was at a certain office where like an executive got that text that it was gonna like they were saying like they wanted to do it, and he was like shit, and he like ran like it was happening. I was like, what is going on? So now seeing it play out, I was like, well, wow, that's what that was.
That's what that was.
But I don't know. Maybe next year. I don't know. Change can happen.
It would
Change
be
can
nice,
always
and we
happen.
have to give the same. And here's the thing. Here's the other part of it, right? We would have to be able to give enough credence to the award, this new award. And the
It would
only
take
way,
time.
it would take a lot of time
Years.
because the only way for that award to mean something is one, if we put value in it, and two, if I am a director doing casting for people. Is saying this person has won a Grammy Award winning, like those things are draws. You understand what I'm saying? So we would have to literally build.
I want to stay on draws. right?
Yeah.
Because you know what they did announce?
What?
They announced the R&B one.
What?
At the Grammys, the R&B Awards.
Right.
So is
So
that your way
Who
of
won?
So is that your way of telling me that that's the safer one? It's not as aggressive. Is that like, R&B doesn't scare us?
I don't think so because they've
I wanna
announced hip hop
know.
in the past.
LJ just made something aware to me that no one in the hip hop category even showed up except Nas. So that makes me go, okay, because the thing about it, if you're about to announce the award, you're not even showing everybody's face. Like, if no one's here, it's kind of embarrassing. That would be kind of embarrassing.
That's why they did it.
It's
When
like
Nas had
none of
to
them
show up.
here. You know what I mean? Like,
Nas had to show up. They never gave him his flowers before.
Facts.
Now
Until
they
last
starting to
year.
give Nas some fucking flowers.
He got another
Until
award.
last year.
I don't think he
Not
won
this
an
year.
award
He
this
performed.
year.
He
But he
performed.
performed.
Wow, he got a performance though.
Yeah, he got a performance.
Wait, did you guys say Nas didn't get a Grammy?
Not
No, he
this
did.
year.
Not
Oh
this
yeah,
year.
because I'm like
Not
he
this
did
year.
win
Yeah,
one
last
last
year.
year.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
but you
not
know what
this
it is
year.
though. With Nas, they've been snubbing him for mad long.
Yeah, we were like, yo, you got
Now-
a Grammy for that
Now
one?
he the oldest statesman in there. Like, you know what? Yeah,
I know the
Nas,
game,
Well,
and he's actually a very rich man now too as well. He's in a different
Yo,
place.
But
speaking
thank God he got one. So.
Facts.
that ass.
That's
Before we
crazy.
get out of here.
Damn, I can't remember. I was gonna say something.
Yeah.
I was
Oh, you
gonna
sure?
make
You
a
good?
fucking point.
I was jealous
because
because your snaps were so
I know.
loud.
I was
fault,
I
my
was
fault.
snapping.
You were
and I
snapping
can't-
so loud.
I cannot
I can't do
remember
that.
what
Look
I
at
was
Ray.
gonna
Even
say.
the way
What
she
was that?
positions her hands is just
Stop!
mind-boggling.
I thought we were past this. Why are you guys
We
bringing
are
up
never
old
getting
shit?
past
Let me see that shit one more again.
Scoliosis. Harry Potter.
Scoliosis.
Harry Potter.
Yo!
I'm gonna put a spell on you.
Yo, that's a back disorder.
That nigga said
No, that's
Rapunzel.
scoliosis. Never mind.
Nobody noticed his
You
brain.
remember when Harry
How
Potter
it
used to say
works?
Rapunzel? And nigga said,
Nigga said scoliosis.
that's killing.
No one
And I
notices.
always said Rapunzel.
Nah, he used to say that.
That's what he used to say.
Oh, he did?
Rapunzel?
Oh, I just
Yeah,
told
that was a
myself.
spell. That
He
was
said
a-
What is
Wait,
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel?
Yeah.
Isn't that
So
the
watch
princess
that
with the
shit?
long ass hair?
It could be a little bit of
It could be a
both.
little bit of both.
Rapunzel.
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 I
Rapunzel.
thought
Let
it
down your
was
long
Expecto
hair.
Patronum.
It could be a
Patronum?
Patron. It could be some Patron. Casamigo.
Patronum.
Casamigos. No say De Leon.
This is racist. All right, we're done.
It could be De Leon's and
We're
Casamigos.
done.
It's tequila,
You
bro.
just no.
That's Diddy shit,
All
right?
right, let's
That's
just
it.
let's
Shout out
just
to Diddy,
Diddy
man.
shit.
DeLeon, word.
a little bit of racism.
Love. Wait, hold on. Before we get up out of here,
Do your
Love,
thing.
love.
before we get up out of here, though, I want to talk about this briefly.
Okay.
I want to know about. This might sound a little gruesome.
Say it.
Last dying wishes, right? All right. So if you didn't know, a rapper named Gnu. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Gnu. I think it's Gnu. Yeah.
His name.
Fucking it up. My fault, man. He's from the DMV area. Unfortunately, he was shot and killed all over the past week. The thing that made headlines was, I guess his dying request. Well, did not go save on good looking. I guess his dying request was that he didn't want a standard wake. So what his friends had did, and I guess this is something that he had said that he wanted to do, was instead of doing the traditional, we're gonna go to the wake in the funeral home. We're gonna do an event. He wanted an event where people had to go get tickets, and they actually held his body in Bliss nightclub in DC, if you're familiar.
Wait, when he died?
So he was already dead.
But this was in his
But
will.
I guess the quote unquote wake or the viewing was done at Bliss nightclub.
But
And he was propped up
but he was
with a
giving niggas
sweatshirt and
messages.
jeans and shades on the
Yes.
stage.
So
Yes.
wait, he was dead telling niggas what he wanted.
Yes.
Well, so
Sound
Will-
No, what, I mean,
I
it was
see
a
why
will.
Jada he didn't give up on Tupac.
yeah, say fine.
What did that have to do with?
Say fine.
I don't know.
If niggas ain't giving up on
That
this
is not a
shit,
full
yeah.
circle.
That's
He
full
crashed
See,
circle.
this is
into
why
a
Pierre and
wall.
Savon are such good like friends.
They
They get each
get
other. They get each other.
They get each other.
If the nigga was saying, yo, this is what I want, I
Yeah.
get why
So-
Willow was like,
I didn't know
yo,
it was
mommy.
in his will. I didn't know that part. I saw the story, but I didn't know it was his wish.
So listen, this is a little bit of what Gnu's family said about what happened, right?
I get it.
Controversy surrounding all of this. Spoke with his mother tonight, who says she should be able to grieve exactly how she wants.
It's something I wanted to do. That's how my kid wanted me to do it. That's how he wanted to go out. He wanted to celebrate his life, turning up, having a party. He don't want people to be sad and crying.
Facts.
He always want people to be happy and having fun.
I don't see nothing wrong with this.
I think, it's,
They
you know what it
kill
is?
it?
It's you know what it is? I feel like a lot of people were probably saying, are we getting desensitized to things? And it's like, if you really think about it, though, a wake is just done in a public place with people around. May not be no speakers. May not be no strobe lights going on. But you know what? I feel like I'm not mad at this. I wanted to see where y'all stood on this before we got up out of here.